And now we start. Okay. So, first off, we don't have a name for this show. So, yeah, this is just Mike and Joey's podcast for the moment. But we decided by the end of the episode, we will have a name.
I have multiple suggestions so far.
Or, no, we can't do that. I was going to say we could do a vote online, but then when we release the first episode, it's just what's it called? Nothing?
So what are you saying is we'll pick four the best names we come up with and let them decide?
Yeah, but then the first episode has to come out before that happens.
No, it doesn't. We could see, Mike is 57 years old and doesn't know we could just go on Instagram right now and post a poll. Like if we came up with the four names right now.
Okay, I'm not smart enough to do that. Can you do that?
Are you kidding? Dude, you literally have alien technology to record this podcast. You don't know how to post a poll on your Instagram story?
No, I fucking don't.
It's incredibly easy. I don't think I have my phone on me. It's back there or something.
Pitch the names on the show first.
Okay, okay.
Then we'll put a poll, and okay, this is probably, I gotta do a lot of editing and shit. This is boring shit nobody needs to know about.
I thought it was very funny so far.
By tomorrow, that's when the episode will post. So we might have enough time if you get me an answer by tomorrow.
Dude, I could post it literally as soon as I find my phone. I don't know where
I'm saying, give me the four names on the actual episode right now.
Okay.
And then once we decide on the four, that's when you post it. And then by tomorrow, when the episode comes out, we'll have a name.
I have only two. I only have two, though.
Did
you not prepare at least one, bro? All right, here's my two. Should I just start out with my two?
Yeah.
No, I don't like that.
No, I'll come up with some.
Yeah, I felt comfortable saying them, and now it feels not fun.
You acted like I've ever been prepared for anything in my life.
That's why you're the king. Are you doing well in comedy right now? I'm doing very well.
I'm doing okay. I'm like kind of on like a comeback tour right now.
You're on a comeback tour?
Well, because I like barely went out for the 2 years I was married. So the last year I've been more active. I'm trying to do like 2 a week. I used to do 6 days a week, 2 to 3 mics a day.
Why didn't you go out while you were married?
Because my wife didn't get home till like 9 p.m. and there was a child, and I had to like make sure he ate so he didn't starve in his room.
Is it your child?
No, it's her kid, but I was his dad since he was like 7 to 14. So like 7 years I was basically his dad.
Do you watch Goggins? David Goggins?
Yeah.
Dude, he would tell you can't let something like that stop you from greatness.
Racing
you need to be at Bullshooters in front of 3
comedians that have heard my act 15 times.
Yes.
I don't know what good that is doing for me. So I'm very selective. I pick my spots. What I've been doing is all the mics change. So now I'm trying to like reintroduce myself to the scene, figure out where the good mics are, where the bad mics are. So like if I go out Monday this week, I'll go to this spot, and then the next week I'll go to a different spot. Even if it sucks, I know that it sucks now and I don't have to go back there. So like if there's 3 mics, every week I try to hit a different one, just to know every open mic. And then these fuckers keep opening up and shutting them down and opening. So my research kind of doesn't do anything, because I'll be like, oh, this is a good spot, and then they're like, oh, it's closed. So I was like, you motherfuckers.
It's an interesting concept, because you would think with a city like Phoenix and an oversaturated amount of comics that we have, like it's like
half you need to quit right now.
And I'm one of them, and I'm one of them.
Just stop.
But I mean, the thing is like the good ones, the really good ones, where everyone would go to. Now you have 50 comedians.
I would say like Wayward, El Charo Hipster, Devils.
Oh, there was another one besides that fucking died.
Yeah.
Bogies. Anyway, the point is, it's like you would think that with this big of an area of people, like and like younger crowds, people that want to go out, there would be 1,000 open mics.
Yeah.
But when you have 50 comedians there with a microphone in their hand, and they can all say whatever they want,
it's not going to go well.
The business realizes,
these are a bunch of psychos who are have free speech.
This was a terrible idea.
I've heard abortion 16 times. I've heard 15 jokes about Nazis.
It's like, for example, the best open mic right now in the Phoenix area, in my opinion, this is not even me trying to knob slob, I think the best one is Barstool.
Oh, okay. If you said your own mic, I was gonna go off.
I don't have one anymore. I
thought you were bullshooters.
No, that's Derek McDonald now.
See how far behind I am on fucking Phoenix comedy?
Dude, you have a lot to catch up on.
I used to run this shit. Now I know nothing. Now
is that interesting to anybody though? Us talking about Phoenix comedy lore?
No, but what did we even start? Oh, you were asking me about getting back into comedy, and that we're starting to talk about. For the local people, they'll get it. And it's probably going to be mostly local people, because when you think about it, you start a podcast, you share it on your Instagram, your fucking Facebook, and it's going to mostly be people you know. It'll be like, oh, Mike and Joey have a show. Let's fucking see how that goes. And then it goes like this.
We're very controversial. I feel like, that's what's awesome about us.
I've been trying to get canceled for fucking 7 years. It's not working.
Don't say you've been trying to get canceled.
That's
such a boomer comedian thing to say.
Whatever.
I've been trying to get canceled.
There's nothing I can do.
Canceled.
Unless I sexually assault somebody, which I haven't yet.
There are plenty of things you could do.
No. Like what?
Do you remember, I won't say his name, there's a comedian, and this guy, he's nice. His parents, committed a murder.
Okay.
When he was, 2.
Okay.
So, he does it,
He doesn't have parents.
Take that into account. And
he comes from good stock.
There's one autistic female comedian, one that admits to it, I guess.
Just one?
One that admits to it.
I think there's more than one.
There's probably several, but this is not one of the ones that I would say I want to see their asshole.
To be fair, so guys are like, oh my god, they're sexist. They need a girl on the show. There's twice as many autistic male comics, so calm down.
Nice save, Mike.
There are.
Anyway, this guy, he's a nice enough kid, but, he's kind of fucked up from that, and you'd get hammered at the bar, and everybody kind of just is it's annoying, and not funny.
Wait, is he dead?
It's not Daniel Bright, dude.
No.
R.I.P., dude. What's your problem with Daniel Bright,
I was thinking of Avery.
Dude. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
No, I was thinking...
How did that guy die?
I can guess an overdose. You couldn't see him not able to talk every time you interacted.
I thought he was just had a thing because, dude, the first time I ever met him was at Devil's Advocate. That is a bar at ASU where it was one of the best where we had an open mic, and he was the last person on the list.
Yeah.
He comes up to me and he's like, hey man, can I hit that weed pen? And I was like, sure man. And he hits it. Next thing I know, this dude is flat on his back.
Yeah.
Like a bug.
So I can guess what killed him.
Yeah, it was not...
if you want me to guess.
But what was hilarious is as I'm seeing this guy lying on his back and I'm like, holy shit, what's wrong? Seth Balance tells me, who's known this dude forever, goes, yeah, that's Avery. He just got out of prison today.
I saw him standing shirtless in front of the Taco Bell by my house one time.
Of course he did.
And I was just driving by. I was going to work, and I just looked over. I was like, is that Avery? I was like, okay. And I just kept driving. My favorite story with him was David Case was sitting on the bench or whatever at fucking Devils, and Avery comes up to me and David, and he goes, hey, can I have a cigarette? And he goes, oh, because he fucking couldn't stand Avery. So he pulls out a cigarette, gives it to him. Avery starts talking. 3 words in, David just goes, nope, stands up and fucking walks inside.
Wow.
He's like, I tried.
Dude, David Case liked me a lot. Whatever happened to him?
He's in Ohio. I talked to him.
Is he alive?
Yeah, he's alive. He hasn't committed suicide yet.
I thought for sure he was going to kill himself.
I know, and if you're going to do it, Ohio's not going to make you happier.
Yeah. Been to Ohio twice. Wanted to kill myself there twice.
Yeah.
But when I first met this guy, that was the first thing he went to go do from prison, from multiple years in prison, was the open mic. And exactly like you're describing, it sounds like you know who he is way better than I did. I barely knew.
Yeah, he's been around since I started.
you would describe his voice sort of like a Black Forrest Gump.
Yeah. Well, that's because drugs, but yeah.
But here's the fucking thing.
Yeah.
The guy went straight to that mic from getting out of prison. He talked like that to me.
Let's be fair. He copped drugs first.
Sure.
Then went to the mic.
You run an errand first. All right, fine. That's fair enough. My point is, he gets there. He's the last on the list. He's talking to me like this, man. You got. Could I hit that weed pen? I'm like, sure. He goes up.
I don't know if that voice is okay to do.
It's fine. It's a Black Forrest Gump. It's a Black Forrest Gump. I'm Italian, so I'm not white. But I'm trying to tell you, man.
Okay.
He was on his back, like 30 from the weed, because he just got out of prison. 30 seconds before he goes up last at this mic, talks to me like Black Forrest Gump, gets up there and murders.
Yeah.
It was one of the best sets I've ever seen at an open mic.
I don't know why it was funny, but he was like, he had these jokes one time I saw him, and it was just random thoughts. It wasn't like a structured joke, but like he was just saying random shit, and it was so incoherent and stupid. The longer he went, the harder we laughed. Like, I think he called Bill Cosby the N-word. Like, that was the joke. There was nothing else. There was no setup. There was no shit. He just was like, Bill Cosby's the N-word. And everybody just was dying laughing. He had, okay, so I will tell you, the reason Kays was mad at him is because he had potential. Like, he was a good comic, and he was just wasting it being, I heard it was Xanax. I don't know. But he was just, like, taking way too much Xanax a day, so he couldn't stay awake, he couldn't talk. And David Kays just saw him as wasted potential, because I think David Kays told me when that dude's, like, got his shit together, he's funnier than I.
And David Kays is, for anybody who doesn't know him, he's an amazing comedian. He's
all right.
better than us. He's very, very good. I probably saw him go up 50 times while I knew him, and 45 of those times he absolutely fucking murdered. My point is, that guy is sober and not like another comic because he's fucking up. He told me a story where he asked a girl who's 400 pounds to chew on his cock till it bled.
Can we confirm that she's 400 pounds?
She was at the time.
Can we get a scale?
I don't know.
Do they go that high?
I don't want to do that ever to a girl. Celia Contreras, I don't think she would care if we told that story.
She went on a podcast and talked shit about me, and I didn't even find out for 3 months.
Oh,
she just laughed about it.
You know, just who even cares at this point?
No, I'm her friend. I'm not saying anything.
Dude,
I'm just saying we're free to talk shit about Celia. She's not going to take it wrong.
Well,
I could tell you like 4 or 5 female comedians that are definitely going to take it wrong that we might want to avoid.
If you're a comedian, you're in the crossfire. You're not a civilian anymore.
See,
we refer to the crowd as civilians, right, Mike?
Yes.
And once you
haven't earned
decide,
your stripes yet.
Once you decide this is what you want to do,
then you're one step closer to killing yourself.
I was trying to make it sound cool.
Whether with alcoholism, like me, or, actual suicide, like, I'm not going to name names.
I can't even think of who that would be.
I know who it is. But, yeah, there's just, you're one step closer to just ending it.
I just want to acknowledge right now that it looks like there's common blood all over my pants, but it's not.
It's my common blood. Pre-show. Yeah, that should be our Patreon. The common blood part of the podcast. No, what I was saying was, I think as a comic, if you're really committed to it, like, I'm going to do this, you're either going to make it, or they're going to find you in a hotel someday.
Yeah,
by yourself. There's two, or you can quit. Quitting is the third option, where you get a family and you fucking have some kids and you become normal.
That sounds awful.
It's almost like joining a gang or the mafia. Like, there's only 3 ways out of this shit.
It's way sadder than that.
Yeah.
You ever think about, this sounds so cunty and douchey to say, but I always think about this.
What?
It happens especially when I'm driving by like a nice office building, or I see like a family or something.
Okay.
And I go, dude, sometimes I just wish I could turn off this part of my brain, this sick mental illness that wants to be famous or whatever, gay, whatever the fuck shit. That
famous
makes me,
or gay? Those are the 2 options in your brain. I'm either going to be famous or I'm going to be gay. That's the 2.
It's like when a black guy goes, I'm either make it to the NBA or die in the hood.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of, you are right.
You either live long enough to see yourself on Rogan or die sucking dick at an open mic for a ride
stage
home.
time. Oh.
Dude,
5. I want to do 10 minutes. Can I suck your dick?
Shout out David Kays. But what I always think about is like when I always see like that and it looks nice, I always picture, oh well, bro, I would fucking hate doing that, right?
Yeah.
But I wish sometimes, especially when comedy's not going well, that I could just have that part of my brain removed and I could just be one of those people.
Well, for context, Joey, I was a comic for 3-4 years or whatever it was, and I got married for 2 years, and then it didn't work, and now I'm a comedian again. So I don't think the grass is greener. I've done both.
Right. The grass is not greener for us, is my point.
Yeah, because we
have a sickness,
and nobody could ever love us.
No, I'm loved by thousands, but like no,
Hundreds.
literally, I got to tell you about the cowboy show.
Oh yeah, okay. You were mentioning something about a cowboy show.
I feel like everybody that listens to this show is gonna hate this part because they've heard me.
Are you about to like suck your own dick right now?
Oh, so hard.
Okay.
Oh, so hard. So I admitted this on, I just started doing Joey Hates Everything, my solo podcast. Go check it out. But I just started doing that again, and I admitted on the episode why I hadn't been doing it in so long, which was because I was doing meth this summer.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, dude. And here's why. I mean, it's so stupid, bro. You know how, like, healthcare is expensive and you gotta have a job or whatever the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't have a job and I didn't know how to get access.
I was going to say, have you heard of Access? That's for people that don't have jobs.
Oh, I heard about it.
I done heard it.
And so instead of getting access, I just, like, didn't look it up and was just doing meth.
How'd that go for you?
Not well. It was like the worst time of my life.
Can you perform well on meth? I feel like your brain would be like 6 words ahead of what you're actually saying.
You know, it's funny that, well, okay, I want to admit that I was doing it, right? But I wasn't smoking it. I would take...
That's better?
Oh, yeah. Dude, smoking it, it's like, that. Smoking is like edibles versus just regular weed.
Okay.
Like the chemical structure
You know
changes.
people like shoot it up too, right?
Yeah, I've never done that.
That's
I've
like
snorted it before.
That's like level 5.
Right.
Level 5 meth user, you're shooting it because you can't get high fast enough.
Well, you know what's crazy? Nobody found out the whole time. Nobody accused me of it once. Nobody ever found it. Anything. I was living with the girl at her apartment.
All assumed your pupils were big because of other things.
Of course.
So
dude.
the giant pupils never alarmed anybody.
I'm on meth, taking a mushroom, going, these fools. But why did I just admit that right now?
I don't know.
Anyway,
because you had one.
Okay. We were talking about why that happened. Was because I just never figured out how to get on access until one day. I was just so fucking like it just was killing me. I didn't like taking it.
Oh my God.
I tried to get addicted to meth and couldn't. I tried to get into foot stuff and I couldn't. But
I've heard meth isn't actually addicting.
That's just not true.
You just think you have to do it because that's how you function.
Well, but those are also people that don't know there's other options. Like, I knew Adderall was way more better for me.
Tweakers. I know some stuff about. I did it once myself, like 3 years ago, and I was up for 3 days, and I was laying in my bed, and it's like day 3, and I can't sleep, and I'm like, I'm never doing this shit again. And I look over it, and in my hallway, there's like an 8-year-old kid with his eyes are bleeding, and he's wearing that fucking what's this shit when you go to church? The little choir boys in the back behind the priest.
The altar
robes, the white robes or whatever it is. He was wearing that, spinning around 3 feet above the ground on the hallway, and I was like, I'm never doing this shit again.
Dude,
I knew it wasn't real. When I saw it, I was like, I know that's not there, but I can see it. And I was like, I need to fucking go to bed. 3 days of no sleep is way too much for me.
Oh, dude, that happened to me once. I got to tell that story too.
It's actually the sleep that makes you all fucked up like that. Or
yeah, you start seeing the shadow people. You start seeing auditory
actual
hallucinations.
meth. It's the fucking not sleeping part. part that's doing it.
Right.
Because I know people that fucking smoke meth and go to work and they're fine.
Oh, have you ever seen on Reddit r/meth?
No.
And there's like a guy in like office attire, and he goes, "Just did 0.5, feeling great." It's kind of, dude, it does work. It's like shitty Adderall. The first 30 minutes of it are amazing, and then the rest of your day is horrible.
Yeah. One hit.
Just awake.
One hit fucked up 3 days of my life. That's why I'll never do it again.
And you smoked it, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, because I would say at the time, the person I was with, I was like, I don't understand why you can't quit this. Why is this so fucking amazing that you're willing to like stop going to work and fucking not pay attention to your kid and fucking the house is like, why are you just giving up on everything? This can't be that fucking amazing. So I did it, and I was like, this isn't amazing. Good, because once you take the hit, you're like strapped in like a roller coaster. You can't get off the ride anymore.
That's a crazy reason to smoke meth, dude. Like,
I wanted to know what
that.
It's about.
I summered in meth.
I took a semester.
I took a sabbatical in meth land, and I never, ever once considered smoking it because I knew about all the bad shit about smoking it. You were just like, well, it can't be that good. Let me see that. Like, get out of your mind.
Nobody knows Mike Mees as being a smart person, so... You know.
I think you're very smart. I think of you as a smart person.
That
brings me to my first...
Don't let people know that.
That brings me to my first podcast.
That'll ruin my... If people thought I was smart, it would ruin my whole act.
Mike, I'm the only one that think I'm... Don't you remember that?
My act is, look at this dumb, ignorant guy saying really crazy shit on stage.
Don't you remember when you made your comeback to comedy, and I was like, oh, everybody likes this guy. Maybe let me make it a thing, like I'm like this guy's protege.
Oh, yeah, I did that. I did that with Tristan.
I started saying it's me and Mees versus the world.
Yeah.
That's option number one.
Oh, that's not bad.
Me and Mees versus the world.
Everybody that's not us is going to hate that name.
Because it's kind of like the Adam Friedland show, right?
But everybody that's not us is going to fucking hate that.
Great.
We're gonna get so much shit talked to us at Mike's.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about that, dude. That's I could not care less, and I totally made it sound like I care a lot, because I actually do care a lot, dude.
No, the fucking I did the exact same thing you did when I started with Tristan. I was like, that guy's my best friend. He doesn't know it yet.
I'm fucking joking, though. I actually do like you. I think you're a good fucking comedian. Like, don't make me say
no.
Gay shit.
I fucking like attach myself to Tristan. I was like, you're gonna be my best friend.
That guy is really good and famous. I would have done the same thing. The one thing I won't do is with people that I don't think. Actually, if I don't like somebody, I won't do that. And that's what the whole Phoenix open mic comedy scene is.
I just say hi and I'm nice. So I'm giving out secrets. If you're a comic and I just say hi, what's up? And I'm like friendly and then I don't talk to you.
You don't like that person, you mean?
I might not like you.
Wow, dude, you're fake as fuck. I don't talk to people I don't like.
Okay, that's not being fake. That's like, if you have a job and you have coworkers and you don't like them, you still got to work with them.
Dude, you're doing.
I don't want to start shit with everybody.
You're doing exactly what I was talking about.
Oh.
What happened to I don't give a fuck? I'm gonna I want to tell this person.
That's after like beer number 6.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't. Dude, I know I'm trying to make myself sound like a little badass. Like, oh, you're kidding.
Joey the badass.
Because I just don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not.
Calm down, Limp Bizkit.
I'm not trying to be Eminem in a way I am because I'm just super cool right now, and I'm doing super well. And I'm blowing up, and people like me and stuff, and I'm very controversial.
He's a cowboy comedian.
We're gonna get to that, but what I'm saying is, no, for real. Like, there are guys I look up to.
Yeah.
Like Gage Flick, I'll call him out right now. I think Gage Flick is one of the best comedians in Phoenix, but I actively watch him pretend to be friends with people for political reasons.
Mine's not political. I just don't see the point of being a dick to anybody.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if I don't like somebody, I'm not going to pretend to like them. Fuck that guy. They did something to make me not like them.
Yeah. I'm not pretending. I just fucking...
And here's the other thing. It's not work. We aren't getting paid for this. If you weren't getting paid at your job, would you commit to all the bullshit you have to do at your job?
Oh, I'd piss in somebody's face at my job if I wasn't getting paid.
Oh my god, speaking of that, my job is sick, dude. You make... How much money do you make a year?
Like 40... 2,000 something?
I'm sitting at a hot 25.
Hot 25.
But it's kind of cool.
I have a degree in shit, but...
Dude, my life is working out right now, because look at this place. This place is sick, right?
Yeah.
This is my
Joey bought this place. So I was going to give you all the credit.
Listen to this. My two nephews, they're not actually my nephews, they're my cousin's kids. They call me Uncle Joey.
Yeah.
They're, oh my God, I can't remember how old they are. They're 5 and 7. And I have all my videos on YouTube, so my cousin shows the videos to them. They think I'm famous and that this is my house. It's amazing, though. Like, somebody in my life that I really care about their opinion.
You know what? I would never tell them the truth.
I didn't tell them that.
I would know. I would let them think that. Never tell them.
I tried to explain it to them, and then from there I just let it go. But what I'm saying is, like, we don't get... I'm trying to make a job.
Make it, kids.
Look, I have the sickest job, and I don't make that much money, but it's fucking dope, dude. You know Magic Mike?
Yeah. You're a Mel stripper?
For 30 seconds.
What do you mean for 30 seconds?
I'll explain.
Okay.
So, when I was on meth, that's how I started talking about this. When I was on meth, I was literally at... this was like the saddest I've ever been, and I used to live in a motel, and I was doing Xanax in Kennedy, Pennsylvania, bro. Like, that was bad. I was living at my parents' house, just miserable as fuck, and my girlfriend at the time, Haley, she was like, you know... these jobs you're applying for is not working out. You don't want to do them anyway. Just ask ChatGPT to remake your resume and put it on Indeed. Like all comedy shit, all podcast shit.
Oh, okay.
And I applied at 30 jobs every single day while I was taking a shit in the morning. I would just go on Indeed and
you just hit
2-button process.
Yeah.
And no. They all look like scams. You just have to do it and hope that your information is not being stolen. I found this one called the Ranch Hands Cowboy-lesque. That was just nonchalant as fuck.
Nobody saw that.
That was kind of cool.
Is it on camera?
Dude, that's going to be used in a court case.
Is it on camera?
2037, probably.
I don't know. Okay.
It was a dildo.
Yeah. Don't worry about what that was.
So I found this place on Indeed because...
jamming into my back.
Should we do that on the podcast? Just steal the gun in the ass bit?
No. I'm pretty sure if you give me like 5 episodes, I'll come up with something better.
Dude, this is going to be a slow spiral for both of us.
What we need to... I like doing this on my last podcast. You invite guests on, and they just know, like, they knew my last show was popular, but they didn't ever listen to it.
I didn't like the face you made when you said popular.
So they didn't know what they were getting in for, and just like David Kays would start talking about pedophiles, and Celia would be saying really racist shit, and then you just see their eyes realize what they signed up for. They're like, oh, it's a podcast with no rules.
Yeah, you guys were doing like a less talented Legion of Skank.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But dude, let me tell you about this. This is fucking crazy. So I find this job on Indeed, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm all excited about it, just applying for it, because they wrote as the title of the job, character performer / entertainer.
Yeah.
And I applied for it. They sent me an email back. They're like, it's a dancing show. We know you're not a dancer. We see that you're a comedian.
Yeah.
We like that. We want to give you an interview, but we need to see, there's a part where you dance for 30 seconds. You have to send us a shirtless video of you dancing. You know, you don't have to make it good. If you want to try and make it funny, just get it over with, go for it.
Hold on, you sent in a 30-second video of you shirtless and they said yes?
Mike, I have a better body than you did.
Do you?
No. But you have more of a Christ on the cross.
Yeah.
Like if
starvation,
like if
body,
like in a world where protein.
Well, it's because beer is liquid bread. So if I drink all day, I'm getting all my calories. I don't need to eat.
Oh my God, you're so old. That's like a newspaper comics joke. Anyway, I find, and you know, beer is liquid bread. So no. I guess I'm having seconds.
It's true because I'm not hungry at all.
Dude.
My stomach's always full.
The smoking and then just a little every once in a while, just as crazy as you are, you will drop in a dad joke fully genuinely, and I'm like, everybody thinks this is serious. Like a predatory gay relationship or something.
That's how it started.
Like Bill Belichick, and we'll get into that later. And let me tell you about this fucking cowboy show.
I'm trying to make this story last as long as possible.
Because
it's fun for me.
Because I took a risk.
Okay.
I also have done this with dick pics, but I sent him a video of me dancing shirtless to what seemed like a very sketchy situation. And my girlfriend's like, dude, you're on a gay porn site. My dad is like confused by what I'm telling him about.
Why? Because he's on the site too?
He's on the site. He's like, I can't find it. What is he talking about? I get an email back from them. They're like, that was pretty funny the way you did that. Let's set up an interview. I do the interview in Apache Junction at my car dealership job.
Okay.
In the back of the trailer, and I did the voice. They're like, all right, we like you, we'll let you know.
It's like when you can't think the story's going to get worse, it just keeps going.
It all worked out. Bro, it all worked out. They hire me. We start doing the rehearsals. It's most of the boys are gay. It's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's never gotten weird once. Maybe a couple times.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple times. But basically, this show is a PG-13 version of Magic Mike, like the Channing Tatum and Matthew McConaughey movie.
So you just don't pull your dick out, is basically.
Right, okay. Right. There's no dick pulling. You're not supposed to grind on the chicks. We had to get rid of our Draymond Green for that, bro. Our Brian Urlacher. Like, you know how there's always a guy on the sports team. He's always getting penalties, but you need him. Yeah. Dude, he's the enforcer.
Yeah.
This guy kept he must have done this. Over the course of 20 shows, he must have done this 50 times. And he went 50 for 50.
He got fouled out?
No, every time the girl liked it. Every time the girl liked it. But we can't do it because you could get sued, right? He would take a girl's hands and put it in their pants, in his pants or whatever, you know?
Okay.
Like over his boxers or whatever. And this dude was an Adonis. So every time the girl was into it, we just had to get rid of him because the one time they're not, we're on the news.
Was it DBG?
Was it Daniel Bridge guy? He's thinking of Rio. Because he's thinking of two different black guys, and one of them used to be a porn star.
We have 3 in the scene.
Whatever happened to him? Did he get trafficked?
Maybe.
Probably. I always
we lost some people.
That's a shame. Anyway, it's PG-13 Magic Mike, and we get through the rehearsals and shit. I'm like, dude, this might be kind of weird. These guys are doing all the sexy dances, and I have this whole script where I play a character who just inherited a ranch from his great-grandpappy, and he's having trouble with ladies. He's got his girl just broke up with him, and now he's got to run this fucking ranch? What the fuck? So he hires these group of guys he finds wherever the fuck. Okay. And they all happen to be sexy dancers. He didn't know that when
just
he hired
happened
them.
to be.
They're great workers, but sexy dancers.
Who's writing this shit?
Lexi Burke, she's been on Ellen. It's a great show. Dude, I'm going to tell you how cool it is at the end. I know how it sounds right now. It's funnier that way.
I'm not going to make it to the end.
Half the guys are gay. I'm like, dude, is all the audience going to be... Am I going to be getting straight up molested for this, right?
It depends on how much money you want to make.
We do the show, and the whole story is they're trying to help me get my confidence back, right? And I'm thinking, okay, this is sexy dancers. This is going to get sketchy. Mm-hmm. No. They book us at Desert Ridge Improv. So we've had 27 shows. 23 of them have sold out.
Okay.
We have had 5 male audience members throughout 27 shows. It's hot as fuck chicks. They throw money on the stage. I don't like this part because it's just not me, but they do straight up stick their hands on your junk and stuff. It's fucking crazy. I'm the star of the show. I get $250 every show plus unlimited tips.
So now we know how you paid for the meth.
I didn't have this job doing the meth.
Oh, damn.
Meth is incredibly cheap.
You would have had so much meth. You would have been like a king.
Dude, I could have been starting an empire with that much money. I thought you would think it was cooler and funnier what I was saying, but...
No, it's a great story.
I have to take a piss. Can we, is there some way we could pause?
I mean, we could pause, yeah. Or, nah, we'll pause.
Okay.
Take a break for the piss. Okay, and we're back because Joey has a small bladder.
I actually, the medical term is enlarged pussy, and it's genetic, so I wouldn't... I don't know if you want to keep doing this podcast, but it's not a good way to start out. It actually sucks, dude.
We're at 35 minutes?
You know that, what's it called? Flomax. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I saw that.
The commercials are always on NFL like games in the middle because it's all old men that watch
The
them.
medical term is tamsulosin.
The medical term is, it's funnier to say enlarged pussy. The fact that you would hit it with the actual... No, it's not. It's an enlarged prostate is the medical term.
No, but tamsulosin is the drug you're talking about.
Oh, you're such a cunt.
I'm a nerd. I know about drugs.
Are you a pharmacist or something?
Pharmacy technician.
So is my Mormon uncle.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about. But
you wanted to bring up some points to hit, and I thought of a name for the show.
Tell me.
Which is Joey and Mike Kick Babies. Could you imagine having that in your search?
I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I feel like the mistake...
Hey, have you heard Joey and Mike Kick Babies this week?
The mistake that the Fuck Shit podcast made that Legion of Skanks doesn't make is they go, okay, let's see how far we can go and still make some money.
Who doesn't want to sponsor Joey and Mike Kick Babies? Okay, and then in parentheses it says accidentally.
I don't even know.
We didn't do it on purpose. We dropped it. And
I would never. I'm very careful around babies. The only time I would kick a woman in the stomach is if I was in George Floyd's apartment.
If you didn't have enough money for an abortion.
Dude, I can't believe you're gonna gloss over just how funny that joke is. Like, for real? That was mean. That you just. First off, on my topics list here...
He's so upset now.
No, because that was really good. I said...
Yeah, George Floyd's apartment. I heard the joke.
Have you ever seen George Droid on Instagram?
No.
Dude, it's like AI-generated videos of George Floyd as a cyborg.
Okay.
And there's this one, I'm sure you've seen it on like YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels. You know that really cunty, nerdy voice? It's an AI, and people use it as a narrative for just random videos, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what
it goes, if you took George Droid and you put him up against 100 gorillas, he would defeat them with ease. But if you gave the gorillas Narcan, they could shut down his Fent reactor, rendering him immobile. And then the video just cuts off. It's one of the... I just think about it every day. And what's crazy... This is the craziest thing. I care about my Instagram and all that shit so much that it bothers me. I hate it, bro, that I have to fucking do that shit. But I deleted my old Instagram because it was all Black Lives Matter shit.
And the picture was just a black square?
No, I never did that. I always was like, that's fucking stupid. If you're gonna do that, you might like at least be talking about the fucking thing. But I was like, fully left leaning, and I was like, dude, Republicans are the stormtroopers. That's the dark side.
Like the Empire?
That's the Sith, the Empire. I was fully bought in, and then the pandemic happened, and I was like, oh, there is no good guy side.
No,
it's
there's
all fucked.
Yeah, all political sides suck.
But it's just funny that I literally deleted my Instagram when I realized that, and now all these years later I'm laughing at the George Droid account.
It's funny because people always ask me, because of probably my material or whatever, like, they want to know what side I'm on, and I was like, I haven't voted in fucking 15 years. I'm not on anybody's side.
Wow, dude.
So you can't come after me for the left or the right. I'm like, I'm not either. Huh.
Do you think people could tell what side I'm on?
I
lean
probably by the way you dress.
I'm for sure right in the middle.
Probably just by the way you dress.
I've been doing this lately, the wife beater, excuse me, the beaters. It's so offensive to call them a beater. What do you call these? Is it just a tank top? You can't say
I call it tank top, but
I've been rocking these, and I have chest hair now, and dude...
He finally grew some.
Dude, for the first time in my life, I'm experiencing female attention. Like, I didn't lose my virginity.
You think it's the chest hair? That's what finally pushed you over the edge?
No, the female attention is making me confident enough to wear something like this.
Oh, okay. You're like, I couldn't get pussy until I started wearing wife beaters.
For real. For real.
Girls' hands are just going down my pants.
I hate myself for admitting this, but ever since I started doing comedy and then, started having a little bit of success, I'm a paid comedian.
Yeah.
Paid character performer.
Paid regular.
Everyone should be jealous of me. But
yeah.
But this is the first time in my life I've ever had female attention, and it's wild, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about it without sounding like a cunt, but it is crazy. Like I didn't lose
like a cunt, though.
Well, I didn't lose my virginity until my freshman year of high school of college. And
college?
Yeah, and I fell in love with that girl immediately.
Yeah, that's what happened.
She banged everybody and gave me mono. It was like the worst experience of my life.
I had chlamydia a couple times, but it goes away after a week.
That's crazy.
It goes away after a week. You take some pills. It's like getting a cold.
So that girl is the only time I've ever worn a condom, and I took it off halfway through. And I've never worn a condom ever since then. Girls just don't care anymore.
No.
And I've never got chlamydia.
I would prefer to wear condoms, but I will say every 10th girl you bang gives you some bullshit. I'm allergic to latex. It makes my pussy swell up. I was like, well, it's more grip for me. I'm not tripping.
Oh, that is adorable that you think that. No, the difference is girls don't ask me to wear condoms. They see Mees come. Mike, you look like
wear a condom.
You look like a Sopranos character. You look like you would kill somebody in just a second, bro. You look like you have a cigarette in your hand just because physics works that way in this universe.
And somehow it's lit and I don't even have a lighter.
And a guy in a beater with a flannel that hasn't been washed in 2 weeks is telling you that. I'm wearing a beanie in May. I'm saying I'm just joking, obviously. We were talking about that in the last recording. Is Mees hotter than Joey? We'll put a vote up for that.
We never said that.
Well, you made fun of my body.
You just want to inflate your ego.
Ridiculous.
Okay, so first off, you're younger than me.
Right.
And I have fucking riverbeds in my forehead from years of alcoholism. Decades, maybe. I look like shit. I know I look like shit. I don't try to fucking disguise any of this. I'm in 4K HD over there right now. I don't give a fuck.
So why do I look like Timothy Chalamet?
You look like Timothy Chalamet?
Dude, so
he's using a filter.
Derek said lesbian Michael Cera the other day, and I was just... It sucks.
You look like Michael Cera let himself go.
Dude, so the Cowboy Show, right? All these guys are jacked. They're in perfect shape. And the opening of the show is them doing a dance, and I'm not involved at all.
Yeah.
So they get off the show after the first number, and I come out wearing a flannel with cut-off sleeves and these overalls that are too big for me.
They want you to be the redneck of the show?
Kind of. Like, I do this.
Okay.
Dude, listen. When I get out there, after that first song, before I say anything, people start laughing. Because they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
They're like, what? I'm such a mismatch from it. All these guys are like, for real, in great shape.
They're doing 6 hours in the fucking gym a day.
It's wild, for real, yeah.
They fucking shit protein shakes.
They all order a protein shake and breakfast, like eggs and toast for breakfast, and then the waiter gets to me. I always have my spot in the corner, so they always get to me last.
I'd like a Jack and Coke.
Literally, bro, I go, double shot of Jack and Honey, two pieces of toast, please. And it gets them every time.
I just, you know what? I just got yelled at, and I forgot what I did, but me and Tristan didn't talk for a while. And do you know why me and Tristan didn't talk for 2 years? He finally apologized to me and we're finally friends again, but he put me on like a 2-year timeout. Apparently I got drunk at Desert Ridge Improv and I broke into the green room. Matt Rife's green room.
Oh my God.
Drunk just to say hi to Tristan. He goes, what the fuck are you doing in here? And I was like, hey, just saying hi.
How much did you drink?
A lot.
You don't remember how much?
He Ubered me home.
Tristan did?
Tristan paid for it.
Oh my God.
So I got put on a 2-year timeout.
Mike, I look up to you so much for being able to tell that story, and people still like you so much. Because that's the reason that makes me look up to you, is because it's like...
Because I'm that dumb?
No. It makes me go, it makes me feel more confident, like, just in, like, okay, you can fuck up. This is comedy. Yeah. You can fuck up like that, and people will still like you and still be your friend.
You learn from comedy by fucking up. Nobody just starts killing it right away.
I don't know. I feel like I started, dude, I was pretty big right away.
I was the biggest comic in Phoenix,
dude,
week 2.
You know, Chris Banks, it's kind of like, you know, Dr. Dre found Eminem.
Yeah.
And the second they put that album together, people were like, what is this?
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't talk to me anymore. I didn't even fucking... Do you know why he doesn't fuck with me anymore?
Yeah. Let's talk about people that don't like us anymore.
Oh, I love it, dude, because I'm always good at, like, the person's not there to defend themselves, so I can always twist it in my own way.
Yeah, fuck them.
It's the best thing to do on a podcast.
Yeah, it's just a one-sided conversation.
Chris is always nice to me. Chris, I won't even say that, but we used to be very good friends. And he was letting me host Wayward, like, every other week. And I was getting paid, like, a decent amount of money for it. $75 to a comedian to do an open mic is...
Yeah, it's good.
Fucking amazing.
I usually get like a drink token and a plate of nachos.
And the rule that Chris had was, alright, the list is the list no matter what. Unless it's some guy that he's known forever that flew out from another state, maybe he'll give him a bump spot, right?
Yeah.
The list is the list no matter what. Unless you are an open mic host out here. That's a beautiful thing. That's a way to incentivize people.
That's because
to open more
they
open
get
mics.
bumped at their mic. That's all they're doing.
And I'm fine with that.
That's
as
what it is.
As a host of, I think it's been 3 different shows now. That's crazy. 5 if you count podcasts. It's crazy. But a political prisoner, really, at bullshooters. But we'll get into that story later. But I was hosting at Wayward because Chris wasn't there that night, so I was doing the whole night. Yeah. And the rule is, you know, you can get you can go up whenever you want if you're a host. Call it what you will.
Okay.
This one hot as fuck girl from New York, I can't remember her name, but she was just super like liberal and didn't want any nonsense type deal, right? Like
they're always fun,
hilarious. Right?
Always, yeah. Okay, I have a good set.
She gets like 16th on the list. Wayward is packed.
Yeah.
We're on, I don't know, 11. So she's going to be up relatively soon. For anybody who doesn't know, each spot is 5 minutes. So she's going to be up in like a half hour in front of a packed room.
Please tell me this story doesn't end how I think it's going to end.
Mike, dude, it's going to make you sad.
Oh, Jesus.
Especially when I call out Chris Banks. Especially when I call out Chris Banks. I'm still sad about this.
I gave Joey beer. I think this is my fault.
This podcast is so much better with the beer. Shout out to you for that, Mike.
Yeah.
But I'm hosting, and this girl comes up. Literally, the host of Wayward would always sit in the front, right across from the comedians. We're talking about 10 feet away, right?
Yeah.
And this girl comes up. And when somebody wants to talk to you about the list, they whisper. You got to talk to me about it? Fine, for whatever reason. This girl's not whispering. She's going, so I'm noticing that there's like people who aren't on the list that are going, and I'm like, excuse me, can we just, I'm sorry, the guy's literally right there.
He's performing right now.
Like, I want to be like, fuck you to this girl, but I'm trying to be polite and professional, and she's hot, right? So I'm like trying to like, you know, be nice to her. And I go, there's a rule that I'm not the host here regularly. Normally it's somebody else, and he has a rule that if you host a show in Phoenix, you can just go up whenever you want. And she goes, well, that's interesting to me that it's been all guys so far.
Oh, God. Kill me now.
This is verbatim. It's starting to seem a little bit like a boys' club to me. So that's what happens. Girls just get sent to the back. She's not whispering. Right in front of the comic on stage. And I'm like, I promise you are going to go up, like, really soon. Can I go talk to you about it back here?
Yeah.
Refuses to talk to me about it back there. She finally gets on stage, makes half of her set about that. Just calling out the bar and the show and me and the other comedians for being sexist and not letting women have a voice at the show. Move. Dude, I forgot to say this. While she's yelling at me during somebody else's set, she goes, I don't know if you know...
Interrupting.
Mike, I'm not making this up for the story. She goes, I don't know if you know who I am.
Oh, my God. That's the worst one.
But I actually have my own show in New York City.
Go perform at that one.
I go, that's great. I'm like trying not to piss her off because I'm like 6 months into comedy. I'm scared of this girl now.
Okay.
She keeps going, dude. She literally does half of her set about that, and then this dumb bitch ends second half of her set talking about a fun story with her dad who recently died.
That'll get the crowd into it.
They hated it. Immediately I go up and I'm like, was your comedy what killed your dad? She freaks out, starts going talk to the bartender. Shout out to Alex. This guy had my back. Right?
Alex, yeah.
He was like, hey, I get what you're saying, and he shouldn't have said that. That was fucked up, but it's an open mic. Like, to be fair, you called him out for half your set.
Calm the fuck down.
Like, I'm not going to kick him out. He's hosting the show. It's an open mic. He can say what he wants.
Yeah, you kick the host out. Then what happens?
It gets back to the lesbian bar owner.
A boycott?
The lesbian bar owner, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Her name is Hilda. When am I ever going to work with this show?
I don't know who that is.
Burn Bridges. That's what the name of the show is.
Burn Bridges? Burn Bridges is a good one.
And it's you and me standing. I'll talk about that later.
You're going to get me in a lot of trouble. I don't know if they'll hit you. They'll hit me.
Dude.
Female comics will punch me.
Your last show had a girl stepping on glass to self-harm. I don't want to hear it, but I'm kidding. Let me not get distracted from this story.
We had to get the alcohol out of her some way.
One time that girl told me she didn't want any water because it would sober her up.
Yeah.
Wild. Anyway, this girl that I'm talking about right now is not that girl. She goes all the way to complain to the bar owner, gets in contact with her. Full-blown lesbian. And this girl that I'm talking about...
How short was her hair?
Mike?
I just want to know.
Mike?
Yeah.
Justin Bieber 08.
Oh, there you go. Knew it.
Fucking the glasses you see people in Portland wearing, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, Jesus. The big ones? Yeah.
Like I said...
and I could have fucking went off on somebody right there.
There's multiple people who could.
I know. I had 3 names pop into my head. I'm like...
This woman is 36, dyes her hair gray on purpose. I'm fully serious. The next day, I'm chilling, smoking weed, and I get a text from Chris. He didn't even call me. He texted me, sent me a breakup over text. He goes, hey, I heard about what happened at the mic. I can't have you host anymore, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Seems like you're getting a little too drunk during your sets lately, and what happened, I'm just really disappointed. Those are the words he used.
Why do you think I don't host? I can't keep that shit on the rails.
That's not the point. That's not the point. He just totally didn't even talk to me about it.
Well,
I'm telling the truth. I swear to God, you can ask any other comic who was there. That is what happened. And the narrative is, I was just horrible. I was just drunk and horrible to this person.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Chris is still nice to me. We certainly don't work together as much. In fact, a few months ago, we were at... I'm sorry, I'll stop talking after this.
No, you're fine.
We were at Gracie's, and he comes and sits down with me and my girlfriend at the time. So this is in front of my girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I heard Wayward's ending. I'm trying to start another open mic, dude. What would you think about co-hosting again? That'd be kind of fun. He immediately goes, no, dude, I think you have a lot to work on. In front of my girlfriend. Continued to go for 4 minutes while I'm giving him eyes dude, please stop doing this.
And then a lot to work on.
She's not saying a word because she can't believe it's happening. Dude, I like Chris, but I don't understand his problem with me. I don't do falling apart anymore because I'm not driving 45 minutes to not be able to have any parts in a show where you guys are doing 2 bits about squirt guns. I'm not where the punchline is somebody getting shot with a squirt gun.
No.
I'm not doing that either. I'll tell you that right now.
I can't say I've never seen one.
Don't need to.
I've been married, so. Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I like burning bridges, though. Or what about burning bridges with Mike and Joey, or...
Well, we'll put that in the cover art.
Yeah, we could just, burning bridges is fine. The other thing you have to think about when you do like a podcast is, especially starting it, is like, is this another thing already? Like, you don't know until you fucking sit there and Google it. So we could have dope ass names, and somebody's like, yeah, we thought about that 3 years ago, bitch.
You know what's funny? Joey Capuana, my family tried to get me to change my stage name because my last name's not common, and they hate the jokes I make.
I did that. Yep.
They're very supportive, but they had a family meeting about it, and they're like, can you just change it? And I thought about it, and I said no.
Because they didn't want you to ruin their
It's my name, dude. No, I worked hard. I have my name over everything I've ever done.
This happened to a lot of people, like David Kays. Did you, when you first started, before like people knew who you were, like the hosts of the shows and stuff, like fuck up your name a bunch of times?
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
I switched my name like third show.
I used to write mine phonetically.
Yeah.
Just like everybody's gonna think I'm a cunt, but at least it'll be said right.
Yeah. No. Kays does that. Kays. That's not his last name.
Oh yeah, but his is just like the phonetic version is just a letter difference. I would spell mine out like a dictionary.
And here's a fun story. He said this on my podcast, so I'm not giving away any information. His uncle or something molested kids, so when you type in his actual last name, a child molester is the first search on Google.
Oh, I've seen his work. He's great, but I didn't know that.
He touched those kids better than anybody has ever touched those kids before.
That's probably why Kays blew a blind guy to see if he liked it. Another thing he's talking about on stage.
Dude, if you're blind, you can get blown from anybody. If you think about it.
I said...
You can pretend it's whoever you want to be.
That guy... I think I made that joke.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to steal your thunder by claiming I already made that joke to him.
No, I'm just saying, if you think about it, it could be an 80-year-old woman. You could pretend she's 20.
Yeah, true. Being blind would be nice, dude. And he holds a goal.
Yeah.
When you can't see the fail. What were we talking about? I was on a roll, Mike.
You were on a roll. You wrapped up the story about banks.
No, I told that whole thing.
No, you told the story.
Did I just kill your story?
No, my story was over. I just made the blind blowjob joke. But and then your story ended with you and Chris Banks aren't friends anymore.
We are friends. It's fine. It's fine. I just that thing has never been addressed between us. And now we're not.
So let's do it publicly.
Dude, he and I. I'm not kidding. It was like what's another version? Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, bro.
That's what it's like.
You know, like he was like a great quarterback, and it's like now this guy's here to like.
Your analogies are so extreme.
To like learn, and we were actually very close, and it was a funny joke like that relationship. Yeah. And then this one chick was like, "This guy said this about my dead dad. My pussy hurts," and then. Guy doesn't like me as much.
Hey, women like to ruin things. I've been married, trust me.
Look, I haven't been the shows that I have been on. It's hard to get on them. I feel like it's when you don't play the game and you do say things like this, it's harder to get booked.
Look, I will go back to producing shows, and how much time do you have? Honestly,
a lot.
But time.
Oh, you mean like material?
Time.
I thought you meant like on my hands.
No, I meant how much time could you do? Could I give you 10, 15?
Unemployment, trivia, hosting, and cowboy shows, Mike. I have a lot of time. That's the only thing. I don't have a job.
How much stage time do you have, motherfucker? Like, confidently, I can do minutes. Like, I can say confidently, I can do a solid 10. I can stretch it to 15 if you need me to.
Are you saying if I had to perform tonight?
Not tonight.
Would I have a month to prepare?
Yeah, you know.
Everybody's going to hate me so much.
I was saying I'll go back into producing shows. I'll put you on my fucking show.
I have 30 minutes if I have a month.
You do not have 30 minutes.
I have 30 minutes.
How long have you been doing comedy?
I can show you my shit, bro. I have 30 minutes.
How long have you been doing comedy?
2 years.
You do not have 30
I have 30 minutes. I'm confident in them. These are 30 minutes of jokes that work.
Let me think about
regularly.
Let me think about all the, like, comics I know. Ask Rob maybe if you have 30 minutes. Ask Ruben if you have 30 minutes. Ask David Kays if you have 30 minutes.
I don't.
They will all fucking laugh in your face.
Here's the thing.
30 minutes relates to maybe you do 10 really well.
Mike.
What?
Should we make a bet on the show right now? All the pressure in the world.
I'll put you as the fucking... Wait, it's a 2-hour slot. I can have you do 30. I'm going to put you up there for 30
and
minutes.
We film it and we promote it as my special.
Watch you struggle.
Mike.
You're going to have a great 10 minutes.
Mike.
You're going to have a great 10. And then once like minute 15 hits, you're going to be like, oh shit, I have not prepared for this. There's no way you can do 30.
Dude, listen.
I can do 30 if I did every joke I've ever written.
Maybe part of me doesn't even believe that. Alright? Listen to me. I know every comedian that we know hates me right now. And I'm looking at the camera.
Can I make you do 30 and call it the train wreck pod? Or the train wreck special?
Yes, and that's the bet. That's the bet. Okay. Is that the special, I don't want to pay for any of this, right?
I'll pay for it.
Okay. And I don't want to do any of the work besides the jokes and me doing the thing, right?
Oh, just material.
But if I win, then it's my special and it went well. If you win, now we have to post that. And we talk about it all the time leading up. There's all this pressure. We can make content out of this. And if I lose, then I look like a fucking idiot.
Okay. I'm gonna go home after we record and get this started.
But wait,
I'm calling every club in Phoenix.
Hold on.
I get home.
I need at least 1 month in advance. 1 month from the day that you tell me.
I'll give you a month.
That's 30. Can we say 31 days? Give me the over.
Sure.
31 days.
To do a half-hour special at 2 years in.
Mike, I have so much shit that works.
Have you ever heard the story of Brendan Schaub?
Fuck you.
You've heard that story where he was 3 years in. Dude. He's like, I could do an hour. And they're like, no, you can't.
I think I could do 30, bro.
Oh.
How much can you do?
10 to 15. I could do a great 10, a pretty good 15.
Okay, here's the other thing we have to discuss. Obviously, I shouldn't... Okay, one thing I should admit, I can't do 30 I can't do 30 like it's Chris DiStefano or Tom Segura. I can't kill for 30 minutes. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, I want you to kill for 30 minutes. I said how much good.
I can do well for 30 minutes, I think. Okay. With some tough spots in between.
We have to... I'm literally booking a room when I get home.
1 month in it, 31 days in advance is the deal, right? If you put all of your headliner, I can do it.
Featuring them? No, okay, so
it doesn't matter.
We get 2 hours, so the headliner can do 45 minutes. You could do a half hour. I can do 15, and then a host will do like 5. That's about 2 hours.
Can we still make it like, because the idea we're going to make it a special.
So I'm going to feature you. Yeah, or we'll make your part a special.
Right, and then so it's not cunty then if we're doing a special while someone's headlining?
Yeah, no. Don't worry about who's headlining. I'll get a headliner. Who do you want to be the headliner? I'll call them.
Bro, literally, whoever the best comedian you can get is. I want all the pressure. That's the only way I do things.
If it's next month, I might be able to get Tristan to do it.
31 days is the deal, Mike. Don't fuck me on this.
No, I'm not going to fuck you. This is being recorded. I'm literally going to go home and make this happen.
Good.
Okay, so I'll be the opener. I'll do 10 to 15. We need a host. You're the feature. I literally can, if with money, I can get anybody to headline locally that I would know. So anybody that I know, who do you want following what could be a disaster?
Oh, that's a good point. Is that shitty to do to somebody?
No, because they can. If they're a good enough comic, they can bring it back. I'm not worried about who the headline.
This comedian's watching this, hearing me ask these questions that I don't understand, and they're like, "Oh my god, he's fucked."
We're gonna let Joey and possibly train wreck the audience.
And you know what, Josh Harrison and fucking and Rob maybe and damn, that's like the only 2 good ones, huh?
These are on the show. I want different comics.
I do perform at clubs. I'm paid fucking $400 to do that every week.
Oh, you just open
for an hour and a half on stage.
You just open for.
I do an hour and a half on stage at the clubs.
You just opened for Ian Finance, didn't you?
I did. I just opened for Ian Finance. I could do 30 minutes.
You have what I'd like to call like 20-year-old confidence.
Yeah.
20-year-olds are so much more confident. Like I'm dead inside.
No,
I don't ever say I'm anything that I'm not.
Yeah.
I never oversell myself. I undersell myself so that you're like, oh, that was way better than I thought. That's what I do.
You want to actually do this?
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll set it up tonight. I will be on the phone with clubs as soon as I leave here.
Desert Ridge Improv, House of Comedy.
It's whatever.
Tempe Improv.
Or Stir Crazy.
If we're doing this and I'm doing 30 minutes, it's got to be all the stakes.
Or Stir Crazy,
and then there's one other one I'm forgetting.
JP's.
Should we burn another bridge?
I like Jim. Jim helped me start. Jim was my friend a week before I started comedy. Because I was like, so when I started, this will be good information for people that want to start comedy. What I did is I just started going to local shows and asking the comics after the shows, like, hey, how do you start doing this? Like, I would just ask questions and I took notes and blah, blah,
That makes me sick.
But then after a week, I went to like 5 shows, and then I was like, okay, I can do this. Jim Perry was one of the people that helped, like, oh, here's where the open mics are. You know, you're going to do 5 minutes. Like, I didn't want to go in, like, unprepared with just my dick in my hand. I wrote 5 minutes, I memorized it, I was very professional when I shouldn't have been.
I don't know if I view that as much as professional as I view it coddled. My second open mic set ever was Do Better Comedy. That was going to be one of our...
I'm not allowed to do that.
Neither am I.
They don't let me.
They made me sign the little fucking contract, and I had never done comedy.
You have a contract?
I had never done comedy on an actual stage before. I'd done it once where nobody was paying attention. This was like a bar where people were watching. It was Brandy Bigley.
We should... Okay, so we're going to be drunk by the time this ends. We should start writing
because we got to go to Scottsdale tonight, too.
No, because we got to start...
You're going with me.
All right, we got to start writing down the names we suggested to do a poll. Are we going to remember them by the end of the episode?
To cut them?
No, to do a poll. So when the episode comes out, our friends...
the names of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember them. I got that. Don't worry about that. I thought you were saying we were going to cut out like what we were saying about people. I was like, damn, dude, you really should be
I'm
doing
not cutting
better
any
comedy.
of that out. See, you do a podcast with me, and it's just anything goes.
I like that. Me too. That's how it works.
I didn't edit shit on the Fuck Shit podcast. I hit record, and if I blacked out and didn't remember what I said, I was just like, fuck it! I hit send. I'm like...
We are the new... You're Dre, and I'm Eminem.
Okay.
Fuck Chris Banks.
Well, no.
Not actually fuck Chris Banks.
You know what's funny?
You know what's
funny? If you went through the hierarchy of how this works, then, if I'm like your Dre...
Oh, he's the king, bro.
Right? If I'm your Dre, my Dre is Tristan Bowling, and his Dre is Michael Longfellow. So then, if you look at it, it goes like, you, then me, then Tristan... Then Michael Longfellow.
I am so much below you guys.
That's the ladder, then.
No, I have a long way to go with that.
Because Dre found M found 50, 50 found game. So you're the game. And
the game raped a lot, which I only have twice. So it's
then I'm 50, and then Tristan's M, and then Michael Longfellow's Dre. I'm not Dre.
Would you kind of say, though, that people would probably, like, if people, like, you know, you've probably heard people say that I'm kind of like the Phoenix Open Mic Comedy Slim Shady?
Sure.
You've heard people say that?
But I'm talking levels.
Right, but like...
So that's like level 3. That's where Tristan is.
Right.
I don't ever claim to be better than Tristan.
Oh, I got scared there for a second. That's gay. I got scared there for a second.
I can get on a stage with Tristan and hold my own, but I will never say I'm better than him. I think we've performed 100 times together. Maybe 3 of those times I had a better set that night.
I'm not even that scared of Aldo Campagna. When you said that, I went, I don't think I'm better than him. Yes. My nipples are hard.
I've had better sets than him on some nights, but 97% of the time... What? What am I doing?
I was making a joke like, don't talk shit about shit. Like, don't.
Oh, I'm not talking shit about.
Like, we have to like suck his dick.
No, I'm not. I already done that enough. I put in my dues. But there's a video of me, if you go on my Instagram, of me trying to make out with him while in mid-set, I just run on stage and try to make out with him.
I made out with Gage Flick once.
Yeah. Because he said, hey, I'm going to go do a set. Can you go buy me a beer real quick? And I said, sure. But when I give it to you, I'm going to try to kiss you. And he goes, like mid-set? And I went, yeah. And he goes, I was like, how much do you want that beer?
How long did you kiss him?
I'll show you the video post. You can go, if you want to know for reference, if you're listening to this, go to Instagram. I'm at Mike Mees. If you scroll long enough, you'll find it. For some reason, I was wearing camo sweatpants.
Oh, that's hot. I was. How many seconds did you say?
Like 5 to 7.
That's pretty gay, bro. Me and Gage, I want to specify clearly for all the babes listening at home, me and Gage's was like 2.5 seconds at most. And it was for the bit.
Were we comparing time?
Yeah.
Well, he was fighting against it. I had to grab his face and get it back. This sounds really molesty, but
every second is 10% of gay. So like 1 second kiss on the cheeks, like an Italian guy or a Middle Eastern guy.
Not gay at all.
It's not gay. It's 10% gay. It's like this guy. You going for two? It's like, dude, he's hanging in there.
Yeah.
If you're going for 5,
I did like 7. Yeah, it was good. Eventually, when I get better at this, I'll figure out how to like put in clips. I might actually be able to put in the clip in post-production of the video I'm talking about with me and Tristan.
That would be nice, dude. That would be nice.
I'll figure it out. I'm not the smartest person, but I'm sure if I'm sitting there for fucking 2 hours with like a 12-pack of Budweiser, I'll be able to figure it out eventually.
For sure.
It'll be in like the corner or something. I don't know.
Man, I miss at my old job. There was this unfinished building that we had access to as security guards. And like I would just do all of my comedy stuff while doing cocaine at this desk in this unfinished building.
Are you talking about writing?
Yeah, like I don't like writing.
I imagine you performing to like a wall.
Oh, I would do that too. One time I was on meth and I started seeing shadow people. It was bad.
You performed for the shadow people?
They were like, "Get off the stage, pussy!"
They heckled you.
Yeah. I got heckled by the shadow people.
They're like, load another bowl, then you might be funny.
Wait, no, I wanted to burn one more bridge.
It's okay. If you burn like 3 more bridges, we have to call it burning bridges.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to call it Do Worse is because I'm anti-do better comedy. Would you say you are that?
Yeah.
For people who don't
They don't
know,
let me go there.
It's kind of like when World War II was starting, and like there's all the other countries, but then this really big one that's starting to do real good, real quick is the Nazis, but they're all trans.
So what are the Nazis in this?
Do better comedy.
Oh, okay, they're the Nazis.
They're the Nazis.
I was like, don't make us the Nazis.
But instead of swastika, they chose a rainbow. They literally.
What if our logo was a rainbow swastika?
Oh my god, I wish, dude. I'm not.
It says Do Worse Comedy, and then it's a rainbow swastika.
If I wasn't a pussy, I guess you are more of a ballsy comedian than me. We just proved it right there. I'm not willing to do a swastika.
What if we changed it like a little bit? Like we made it Do Worse, so it's a W, but it's very aggressive, like a swastika.
And that's a very meta reference to the joke I made at 2 hours in on our first episode. Right? So people will get that. But
a rainbow W.
No, but
it's in the exact like font as a swastika.
But listen,
it's very rigid.
Here's why they're the Nazis. Okay. Is because they hide behind the idea that they're the most supportive, when in fact they won't let people have free speech. They make you sign a contract that says, I acknowledge that white men have the most power on stage. You remember signing the contract, Mike?
I'm going to get a lot of shit for this, but it sounds very fascist to me. Yes.
My second time on stage in my life, I'm so nervous I'm about to throw up. I don't know what Do Better Comedy is. Right? It's at this gay bar, I go up, and my first 2 jokes are about trans porn, and it ends with a Chinese accent. It was about the spy balloons.
Yeah.
Dude, she pulled me by the fucking arm, off stage. She technically assaulted me.
Assault!
She pulled me off stage and said I was done, and like since then I haven't been able to would never do the show. I don't believe in...
That was my thought process. I told you I took the 2 years off. My first mic back after 2 years was gonna be Do Better Comedy.
Oh my god.
Just cuz.
Dude, was your wife just like strap on pegging you for 2 years?
No,
while watching MSNBC and just a
No, she had split screen, she had MSNBC, but CNN was in the corner.
Were you wearing a Kamala Harris butt plug?
Oh yeah.
I would, but
2024.
For your wife, I for sure would.
Oh. You haven't seen my wife then.
I have seen your girlfriend who wants to interview me.
No, that's my girlfriend. I have a girl.
I fucked up.
I have a girlfriend and I have a wife. Yeah.
I think I fucked up what we were talking about again because I was kind of drunk.
This podcast is supposed to go off the rails. That's what doing a podcast with me is.
Yeah, but no. Listen. We're talking. We want this podcast to be the opposite of do better. We're the Americans in this situation. We want freedom because that's what comedy is. You do whatever the fuck you want.
I bet your ass we get a cease and desist letter if we call it Do Worse Comedy.
Fuck that. I had that. That was on the Bullshooters poster for a year. It was me. I made. I'm a very good graphic designer. I made me.
You asked AI, bitch. Don't.
No, I was an 8-ball, and then a giant bull with a cigarette was trying to put a cigarette out on me, and I had a hat on that said "Do worse."
Okay.
And we're not going to put comedy at the end of it. That's too many syllables. Mike, are you just learning about syllables, bro?
5 syllables is too much.
Yeah.
Hey, did you, here's a fun topic. You hear the new, Hitler, or, Kanye single?
Yes, I have thoughts on that. Would you like to go first? I have to piss so bad, Mike, I'm sorry. I have an enlarged pussy.
Oh my god. We're gonna take our second, this will just be a running gag. Every episode we're gonna have to do, 3 to 4 piss breaks.
I could just get like a diaper.
That would be fun.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I would feel bad for the couch. Okay, and we're back from piss break number 2. I'm going to start doing piss break check on our podcast. Mm-hmm. My first podcast had bug check because I had roaches. So every time Tristan saw a roach on the wall or something, he'd be like, bug check. We got up to like 17 one time.
That's terrible.
Can I make a phone call and still record? Let's see.
Maybe.
Is this going to fuck this up?
Can you make the call on my phone?
Let's see. Is it still recording? Hold on. I got to do other podcasts. I'm intermingling my 2 podcasts right now. Watch this. No, I got it. God damn it. Joey's retarded.
Sorry, I'm on the podcast. Okay.
I'm calling my other podcast, The Thirst is Real.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you're on me and Joey's podcast that doesn't have a name yet.
Oh, shit. What's going on?
I was calling to see if our episode actually uploaded.
Let me check 1 second.
You haven't checked? I called you an hour ago to check.
Oh, fuck. I thought you were my mom, so I avoided that like the Black Plague.
This sounds like a girl that gets hit often.
Hit often?
Okay, wait.
You're actually on our show now.
Yay!
I'm dual podcasting. I want to make sure our episode goes on today, and then this episode's going on tomorrow.
So it says video processing through, and it still says processing up to SD card, 7 minutes left, and then the only option it gives me is close.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I figure I would not close it, because that would be crazy.
I'll deal with that when I get home.
Danielle, can I ask you a question before you go?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You're a big fan of comedian Ian Fidance, is that correct?
Oh, you're going to bring this up?
And I recently opened for him. It was a sold-out show.
I showed her.
It was an incredible experience. Would you say that by me doing that, am I more successful than Mike right now?
At the moment.
Yeah, as a stand-up, yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know about your money-wise. I mean, I don't know how much money. You know what I mean?
We went over that.
But the comedy part,
Okay. Okay, and
thank you, Danielle.
You're getting fired from my other podcast. Bye.
You can be on mine. Mike, I'm kidding.
I know. I want to know if she thinks I'm being serious. If my phone starts going off like crazy, she's like, bitch.
Dude, that was incredible. Not only did your girlfriend answer the phone with, yes, sir, you hung up on her, and she hasn't texted you a death threat. Is that...
Sometimes you just gotta fuck them up.
Dude, if I don't talk to my girlfriend for 4 hours, there's like a drone coming by my house. I'm like, get inside!
Yeah, well, you know, I found out paying for everything kind of solves a lot of relationship problems.
No, I've been doing that. No, I'm just kidding.
I was pretty sure your girlfriend paid for everything when you were with her.
She did. Yeah, she had it was a beautiful apartment.
You must have went down on her like every fucking 20 minutes.
Not even. Not even, but I've disappointed a lot of women in this state, especially on meth. She had no idea the whole time either, which is... she knows now.
You were on meth, her pussy was probably the only thing you ate.
I was way better at sex on meth.
I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. It makes you dick.
Oh, no.
Don't interrupt my joke about how my dick felt on meth to read a text from your girlfriend on the podcast. That's crossing a line.
You know, she actually just said, "Love you."
That's wild. Dude,
keep my bitches in line.
Dude, that's crazy.
No, you know what the key to it is? I'll be honest for a second. Like, not try to be a dick for the sake of comedy. I'm really nice.
You are really nice.
Yeah, I'm actually really nice in person. That's the thing of my act, I would say. Like, to pull the curtain back is like, I say all this crazy wild shit on stage and on podcasts, but when you meet me in person, I'm really nice.
Oh, God, you did.
You're like, he doesn't mean any of that shit. I was like, that's why I never get canceled, probably.
See, what I don't like about what you just said is I feel like that wasn't genuine.
It is.
Like,
I'm super nice.
You're like the 1,000th person to say that.
I like to be a dick on stage. It's fun.
It's different than
being
that.
nice on stage does not get laughs.
It's different than that. It's different.
How's it different?
You are not a dick on stage. You're just not a pussy, and you're also a nice person in real life.
Yeah,
that's
why I get
a much more
dick on stage.
Everybody says that. Everybody goes, you know, it's more of an on stage thing. It's more of a character. I'm actually, a lot of people, you know, they just think that's me, but I'm pretty nice if you get to know me. No, dude, I don't know. I just think that's not the case.
I think a lot of my material that's a funny thing I thought of. I know I shouldn't say that, but let's say it and hope I don't get stabbed when I get off stage.
I'm trying to pay a compliment. I feel like my tone made it not sound that way.
Dude, god damn, I wish I could. I came up with a pedophile bit and I don't have the balls to do it yet.
So did I. Can I tell you? Because that was one of my topics.
Okay, pedophile bits.
Bro, so I'm not going to say his name. This is one thing I won't.
Okay.
Because it's just really fucked.
Yeah.
This guy who I really like reached out to me. He has a successful show at one of the clubs out here.
Okay.
It's every month. The guy makes money on it, gets people to come to it. One of the nicest people I've ever met in comedy. Very professional.
Oh, I thought of my pedophile bit.
And the other day, I'm taking a piss, and I'm scrolling through Instagram, and I see this guy posted, and it's a picture of his wife. It's from Mother's Day, which was 2 days before this.
Okay.
And I go, oh, that's nice. Look, he had another kid. He's got 2 babies now. And I like the picture.
Yeah.
And I start looking at the picture more, dick in my hand, taking a piss. And I go, oh, fuck. And I unlike it. Because this guy's wife's breasts are fully exposed on Instagram with his 2 kids sucking on her tits. Her nipples are the size of pancakes, and it's the first of 20 pictures of them as a family.
That's why I don't know what that is, because I like boobs like anybody else. And I know exactly what you're talking about, because there's a little loophole on Instagram where you can't show boobs. But if there's a baby on it, you can show anything you want. I've seen the videos. I know what you're talking about.
Right.
And it's like a loophole horny bitches found to get around.
I'm getting pissed right now.
Why?
That's so not the point. First of all, no, that lady's just an idiot. I don't think she's a pedophile.
No, I didn't say she was a pedophile.
Well, she's not doing it because she's horny.
She wants guys to look at her tits as well.
No way.
And that's the loophole.
That's disgusting.
You can't show your tits, you'll get banned.
No, I'm not.
There's a baby on it, you're allowed to show it.
No, I'm not willing to call that woman that disgusting, because that is horrible.
I'm not saying her, I'm saying...
Because I'm talking about this lady in particular.
I'm saying the ladies I saw. I don't know who this lady is.
And the ladies that you saw, is this on their account, or is it on on one of these breastfeeding sites that you're jerking off to?
It's Instagram, and it just pops up on my feed, and it's a girl with her phone like this, and her baby's just on her nipple, and you can see everything, but they can't flag it because it's like a natural act. It's beautiful, or whatever the fuck they say. It's not actually... I know what they're doing. They found the loophole in the show your nipple system.
But are these famous women, or like not even famous, like women that have a following of over 10,000 people.
They want more views.
These are just girls you know?
They want more views. It's
no,
random.
I'm asking a question right now. Are these girls that you know, or girls that you just saw scrolling across the
scrolling,
okay, that's like, my girlfriend made this argument to me. She's like, there's going to be plenty of people whose moms have like OnlyFans and stuff. I'm like, okay.
And I'm subscribing to all of them.
No, that person is going into that. That's like a thing. They're going to like set their life up in any way they can to where that kid's not going to have to like be around that, I guess, for like as long as they can. This is a social media Mother's Day post. Can you imagine, Mike, if you were 13 years old? Think back to when you were 13.
I'm jerking off to that for sure.
And I don't know, like, did they have cell phones yet? Like somebody draws a nude. Did they draw nudes?
Yeah, we drew them.
Okay, so somebody draws a nudes of your buddy's sister, your buddy Tyler, who's also 13. He's in your grade. He's in your class, right?
Yeah.
And somebody gets a picture of her nudes, right?
Yeah.
That kid is mercilessly roasted by everyone for the rest of high school, and that's a fucked up thing. That girl didn't make that choice.
Okay, yeah.
This woman chose to put her.
That's
kids,
what I'm saying.
The kid is in the picture, Mike.
That's what I'm saying. She knows that her nipple or the areola is in the video or picture. She knows what she was doing. She did it on purpose.
I disagree with that. I think it's just a level of stupidity blocked by some girls. They're so deep into the feminism thing. It's like you know the Jocko Willick's podcast, is that his name? That's like too far in the masculine side of things. That's like I don't really fully believe women deserve rights. If you're very into that podcast, right?
Kind of like shit Andrew Tate says. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I kind of rock with it.
Your girlfriend answered the phone with "Yes, sir."
That's because I fuck her up.
And that's great that you can get away with that somehow. My point is,
she won't call the cops or she'll be out on the streets.
There becomes a point where people are so far on the wrong side of feminism that they're like, I'm going to post my kids sucking on my tits on Instagram, on my public social media profile.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to do that at a cafe.
I encourage it. What I'm saying is, there's no way, because think about making a post on Instagram. You pull up and you go to your albums and then pictures, and then you look and you click them one by one. You don't just say, upload a whole album. You say, oh, that one has my nipples. Send that one. I'm not saying your friend or your friend's wife is a whore or anything. What I'm saying is that she knew what she was doing when she posted.
In the name of feminism.
Okay.
That's my point. It's not to be horny. It's not because, guys are looking at my tits and they look like pancakes that have been burned and not made with the right amount of pancake batter.
I fucked up the mixture. I added too much milk.
I mean, they looked like meatballs that were thrown directly into a concrete wall. It was gross.
I didn't realize how many weapons I have in the house.
I hate that you just pulled out 2 weapons throughout the podcast and went, how many weapons do I even have on me? Like you fucking mafia.
Anyway, guys.
You want to be Andrew Schultz.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because I'm too old to get my ass kicked now. I can't cover the spread anymore, so it's like, you want to fucking
That's
hit me?
interesting.
I have to kill you.
Because I'm 27 and
Either you're going to beat the shit out of me or I'm going to murder you.
Back in the day, you were probably more like, I probably can't win the fight. Could you win fights back then?
Yeah, I could win fights, but back in the day, my back didn't hurt from sitting down or standing up too long.
Wow, man, I didn't think about that. I really start working out because I can't handle not talking shit.
Yeah,
especially if it's in front of a girl.
No, I'm like, if you want to attack me, I have to shoot you. I'm sorry. I don't want my face caved in front of my pretty girlfriend. And that's going to make me look bad, so now I have to shoot you. Because sometimes when I do this, my shoulder pops real loud, and I don't have enough thrust.
So you would shoot someone before getting in a fight?
If they came after me, I'm not just pulling out fucking weapons on people, starting shit.
I think you have to be losing in order to like fully, in my mind, that's the only, but then you're getting into well, that's what ifs. Like,
well, if they're
can't get to your guns.
If somebody is 6'3" and 250 pounds of muscle, I don't really have a chance. That's why I can't go to prison. This is why I don't break. So I'll commit crimes. Let's say, run a red light and do dumb shit.
No, you know?
Yeah. I might do some dumb shit sometimes, but I do not commit felonies because I can't go to prison because everybody in prison is bigger than me.
So let's say
everybody in prison is bigger than me.
Well, yeah, we would both be somebody's girlfriend. I would definitely, dude, you would be such a 6, I would be such a 9. Mike, you would probably be a 5, dude. I would make you know how girls do that? Well, they'll be a 9 and they'll get a 5?
Yeah.
As their best friend?
Yeah.
Dude, I would so do that to you if we both went to prison.
Oh.
And that might happen if we ever get into this hypothetical I want to ask you about. So let's
you can
say,
just point at me to girls and be like, this is what I'm going to look like in 10 years if I keep drinking.
Dude, I'm fully transing if I go to prison. I'm doing poppers and molly. Okay. No more drinking.
The problem
maybe toilet wine and cum.
The problem with that, I thought you meant transitioning so you can get in the girls' jail.
No, I've been put in the girls' jail. It's not fun.
Oh, really?
They thought I was. No, I'm kidding.
You want to hear?
I was in the girls' jail though.
You want to hear a funny story? Is when I was like 21, I did kickboxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for like a year, and there was nobody in my weight class.
Oh my god! Girls. You were a pencil weight.
I was a $130, and they made me spar with the chicks.
You were in the non-binary league.
Yeah. So when you spar, you got to put the headgear on and the fucking things. They made me do with the fucking chicks because that was the only people my weight in the entire class. Everybody else was like 185, 195. Like they had 60 pounds on me. They're like, well, he's not going to learn anything. And I found out, when you hit women, when you're sparring, I pulled punches because I was like, I don't want to hit a girl, you know what I mean? So I didn't like hit him, you know what I mean? I kind of like tapped them to make contact, and they get really offended by that, and then they fucking kick you in the head super hard.
Are you into that?
No, I went out a couple times because the girls I was sparring with not only were, like kickboxers for years beyond me, like they were like 6-7 years in. A couple of them had world title belts in kickboxing.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
And they're putting me in there like 6 months in, going, I barely know what I'm doing, and I'm like tapping them.
What do you have, like a condition? You're skinnier than me.
I just don't eat. I'm not hungry.
Why?
Food isn't important.
You do Adderall? I think Adderall.
No, it's more like I need alcohol in my body, and that makes my stomach full.
Really?
Yeah.
I need alcohol, but I still get hungry.
I don't really get hungry.
Interesting.
Ever.
But wait, that leads to my question then. You said you'd shoot a guy instead of get your ass kicked, right?
100%.
What about some dude, he's hot as fuck black dude, right?
I can't shoot him. There's no way I'm not going to jail for that one. He could be coming at me with a fucking lead pipe about to bash my face, and I shoot that guy. I'm on every news story ever. White guy with America tattooed across his fucking arm and American flag. They're making me the poster boy for hate crimes.
I thought you were going to say it was because he would shoot you first, which would be funnier if you said that, I feel like. But
I was trying to not be racist, but...
Trying to not be racist?
You have to try to.
Dude, what side of the bridge are you on? Dude, let's ask that when either of us are being a pussy or somebody's being a pussy.
What side of the bridge are you on?
What side of the bridge are you on?
That's good.
Because
I like it.
I don't know. Did that say I'm 35% racist? I'm being honest.
It depends on what neighborhood I'm in.
I go, dude. You have to listen to your phone at full volume?
If I'm
this Panda Express?
If I'm in a nice neighborhood, I'm 0% racist. If I'm in the ghetto, I'm locking doors immediately.
I go, you have to put your bags on 3 seats at this gate?
Oh.
You only have 2. Sorry. Okay, so we were talking about a thing that I had on the list here. The social media breastfeeding thing. Talking about
my final thought on that is bitches found a loophole to show the boobs on Instagram. That's all it is. And Facebook.
Should we burn another bridge, or do you want to do a story? Do you want to do a topic?
If we burn another bridge, we have to call this Burning Bridges.
I already want to do that. We thought of the best podcast cover.
That's true. We might. But did you want to do a poll?
Dude, it's me and Mees versus the world. We're burning bridges. We don't give a fuck.
That's 2 different names.
No, but like that's the theme.
Oh, okay.
It's me and Mees versus the world.
So which one do you want to go with?
Burning bridges.
I like the poll idea. Okay, this is what we should do. We should do a poll. They won't know this till they actually decide on a name and we pick it. We're going to let them pick a name and then just pick the one we wanted anyway.
That is better. That is better.
We set up a poll, and then at the end they just find out, oh, we just picked the name we wanted.
Yeah, because fuck you, dude.
Fuck the
I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. I just want you to click on the link, dickhead.
That's way better.
I don't care.
We gave you the illusion that you had a choice.
Oh, that's nice, right? I feel like you can hear it in our voice when we're pretending that this is like, you know. Anyway,
and then a year from now, we're like, we should have called it the other thing.
I want to keep burning bridges. That should be the theme of the show. We talk shit about different comedians by name, like stories throughout the week at the mics.
One of us is going to get punched in the head.
I don't care. I've already been assaulted multiple times at comedy shows, bro. Cade, do you know about that?
Yeah, I went up to him, and I was like, hey, buddy, after it happened, you were at Gracie's, right?
Yeah, no, I walked down there. I wasn't there, but
I just wanted to know what happened, and I went up to him, and he's in a booth, and I went, hey, buddy, what's up? And he backed up like this. I was like, I'm not going to hit you, dude. He goes, oh, I thought you had Joey's back. I was like, I do, but I want to know what happened first.
What a faggot. I'm sorry. Cade and I...
I'm not calling him like a...
Cade and I are cool now. I don't think Cade's a faggot. I like Cade. It really broke my heart when we stopped being friends.
I just didn't want...
I do have to burn a bridge, though.
I didn't want him to think I was running up on him or something. I was like, bro, I'm not here to assault you. I just want to know what happened.
He tells people I started that fight. What happened was I came to sit down at the table that he was at because a bunch of our mutual friends were there. This is after...
Yeah.
We got in that huge, he kicked me out of his place, and I had a beer. I technically still owed him $250 to live at his shitty ass fucking apartment. I still owed him $250, and I had a beer. So he grabs it from right out of my hand and goes, "That's a good one, bro. Give me my beer back." He wouldn't give it back to me, so I stood up and I go to reach for it back, and he pulled it back. And as soon as I went to grab for it again, he grabbed me by the shirt and threw me to the ground.
Okay.
Which, dude, whatever. You hate me, you want to fight me, I'm not going to call you out for throwing the first punch. You hate me that bad, whatever. Yeah. I didn't like him either at the time. The part that was fucked up was all of our peers were around us, including, Wayward, for people who don't know, was an open mic.
He made you look like a bitch in front of everybody.
No, you
gotta punch him now.
No? Oh, okay, I gotta understand. I told him in the fight. I got very insecure there.
No, now you have to punch him.
For sure. But it's all comedians and then families with little kids, because this is the back of Wayward where there's a bunch of businesses with ice cream and shit back there, right? And so we're all chilling back there and we get into this fight. We get to the ground and we start hitting each other. This motherfucker goes to pull down my pants to try and expose my dick.
It's kind of a funny move. I'm not taking his side.
This is why I fucking hate being a comedian, bro.
It's kind of funny.
I love it, but it's like moments like this that drive me nuts. Because it is funny.
It is funny.
And so anytime I tell a comedian about this, nobody's going, "That's fucked. What a piece of shit." They're like, "Oh my god." It's like, dude, a girl that I was like super into was there. There were kids there.
Who? Oh, okay, that's not good. I don't condone that.
They fully saw my asshole. More kids saw my asshole than Michael Jackson. Just that night alone. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's a rough one. There were kids wasn't that at Wayward?
Yeah, because there was the ice cream place back there. It was on a Thursday night.
Oh, yeah, it was out back. I didn't even know about it until like an hour after it happened. Somebody told me. That's why I went up to him to figure out what the fuck was going on.
And he and I are cool now, but it's like, dude, it's just the way that whole story. I don't want to tell the whole story because I've done it so many times on a bunch of different podcasts, but it's too long. But
well, this is our podcast. You can retell stories here if they're good because it's a different show.
Well, I feel like I've been talking the whole time. I don't want to tell a 17-minute story. Like, do you? Unless you want me to, because I really want to.
If it's a 17-minute story,
it's like 10 minutes, which is the same thing as 17 minutes in podcasting time.
That's not even bad.
We'll do it another time.
Celia owes me a car. Like a whole ass car.
Dude, and you try to pull her fupa out?
No, what happened was Celia lived with me for a few months. And she worked like right down the street, like 2 blocks. But she woke up late for work. And I had my ex-wife's car parked in the fucking parking lot. But it didn't have any insurance or anything on it. because I was just trying to trade my car and her car in and get like roll it into one car. You know what I mean? And Celia wakes me up like, huh, and I'm like dead asleep, and I'm fucking still drunk. And she goes, I need to make it to work.
You're like, holy fuck, Bigfoot!
Yeah. I was like, who's this big bitch in my house? Aren't you supposed to be on tour with Roseanne or something? Goddamn. And I karate chopped her. But then fucking she's like, can I use Brenda's car? Because I'm going to be late to work and they're going to fire me. And I just didn't want to deal with it. So I was like, here's my fucking keys. Get the fuck out of my room. And so she takes the car. And then I think she had a show with Jim Perry up in Flagstaff that night. So I come home after work. This is 8-9 hours later. I come home from work and the car's not there. No. And then it's like 7 o'clock, then it's 8 o'clock, then it's 9 o'clock, and I was like, I'm texting her, I was like, where the fuck is my car? It's
I gave you the keys, told you to bring it right
It's a $20,000 car. And she gets home and she goes, you know how Sally talks, I need to tell you something. I was like, okay. And she goes, I totaled your car. I was like, you totaled my car? And she goes, you're not even going to ask if I'm okay? I was like, no, where the fuck is my car? It's a $24,000 car.
I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know. What did she do?
She made a left turn. She made a left turn, but there's cars coming this way, right? When you make a left?
Yeah.
She didn't look. She just went. And then a car T-boned her, totaled the car. I think she was pregnant at the time.
Oh my god, was she drunk?
I mean, the next day...
Does she have a kid?
No, the car accident probably got it out of her.
Are you serious?
I don't know. But anyway,
I'm gonna cut my girlfriend's brakes. No, I'm kidding. Delete that. Delete that.
Always do it. No, the fucking... yeah, so... And she's like, I'm going on tour with Roseanne and Tony Hinchcliffe. I'll pay you back.
And did she?
No.
Mike, how do you just let that go?
She swears she's going to. Celia's still my friend. As much shit as I talk, me and Celia are still friends.
So you didn't have insurance, you just lost the car?
Well, I was going to trade that car in and my other car that I was currently driving into one payment because I had 2 car payments.
I know, I get that, but you did. So then you got fucked then because
But I wasn't using the car. I just sat in the parking lot till I found a good deal. And during that finding a good deal phase, Celia smashed it into 3,000 pieces.
You know that Daniel Tosh joke where he goes, I don't like when people say there's no excuse to hit a woman. There's no excuse? What if she asked to borrow your car while she's staying at your place because she's going to be late to work, and she totaled it, then went on tour with 2 famous people and still didn't pay you back?
Do you know what the truth of that story is? What you're saying? I can't beat her up. She's kicked my ass a couple times. She outweighs me 3 times. She's at Mike's, taken me to the ground and choked me out before.
It's the story of David and Godzilla.
And I feel like because she's, her size, if I kicked her, she wouldn't even feel it. Like, I can do a proper Muay Thai kick, like a professional one, and it would just, bounce off her.
So you can fight then?
I can fight. I'm just too old to.
See, I feel like
my bones pop when I move.
Oh, right.
I'm fucking decrepit.
When Mike learned how to fight, it was all right, and he pulled his shirt off. He pulled it up to his
felt like
tits.
this.
Come on, put it there. I said no black women in the bar.
I don't say that every time,
dude. When was the last time? Oh, dude, you have a girlfriend.
Why?
I kind of don't right now.
Well, let's go find you one tonight.
Dude,
Barstool
I want to talk
Sports
about that. I want to burn that
Barstool
bridge.
Sports has fucking 9s all day.
Dude, 9s.
Barstool Sports, Scottsdale. Come out to, what is it, Tuesday night? Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock. Fucking dimes everywhere.
It's beautiful because it used to be...
None of them will talk to me, but still.
Well, they would if you talked to them, but you have a girlfriend. Dude,
that's not why.
Girls there, ASU girls, I love them so much. I'm supposed to hate them because my parents fucked at U of A, got married, and had me.
So you're supposed to hate ASU?
Dude, it's like a girl.
It's like in your DNA.
It's like a girl whose dad owned slaves, and now she falls in love with a black guy. But the thing about them is, I'm used to girls like that being into athletes or rich guys. And they are. ASU girls are into those guys. but they also can't see past the veil. If they see you with a microphone in your hand performing and you don't bomb, they think that's hot.
Yeah. If you don't bomb.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's a reason to like do this.
Yeah, but also taking a girl out and having a bad set is like you could not do anything worse for your reputation.
I disagree. I've done that twice in front of girls.
You still got laid?
Yes.
You bombed and got laid?
And they thought it was hot that I had the balls to go up there and do it.
Oh.
They think it's that people have to have the balls. It's the desperation, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah.
There's nothing else I could do.
No, there's a talent in bombing. I've known a few comedians that when they bomb, and I'm not going to suck my own dick, but I actually started the last year being able to do it, is when you're bombing, you're like, okay, what are my most offensive jokes? Because I'm already bombing.
Just go.
It can't go worse. Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to piss off everybody in the bar now.
Ooh, I pussy up more when I'm bombing.
Oh, you know what we were talking about? We need to go back to? We both thought of pedophile jokes. I remembered mine.
Okay.
But mine's not worked out, so I'm fine with saying it on the podcast because, it's not there yet. But the premise of my pedophile joke
is self-deprecation.
No, it's just being horrible.
I thought you'd think that
being
was
horrible for horrible.
It was about you. The joke being about you being a pedophile. So it'd be a joke making fun of yourself.
It's definitely about me being a pedophile.
I'll stop talking.
But it's more like the joke was I don't think you should ever rape a kid. But if you do, I have some suggestions. If you're gonna do it, at least fuck them in a ball pit so they have fun too.
That doesn't mean they're gonna have fun.
They're in a ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, if I want to go to
buy them pizza afterwards, you'll forget about it when they're 14 or something.
I would love to go to a Vikings game. That doesn't mean I want to get fingered by a guy. Well, I'm not gonna go.
What's your uncle's name?
Jefferson. Fuck yeah!
What's your uncle's?
This is so great, Brian.
What's your uncle's name?
Brian. Uncle Brian.
So Brian takes you to a Vikings game, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna take you to a Vikings game. I'm gonna buy you nachos. We're getting fucking, 50-yard line tickets, 10th row.
Right.
There's a catch.
I gotta finger you
on the way there.
Is it a playoff game? Those are extremely expensive. The more into social media I get, the more I start.
He's acting like a girl that I spent $1,000 each on these tickets. I just need to finger your butthole for at least 5 minutes.
All right, first and third quarter. That's it. I want to enjoy the opening and the end of the game. He's gonna have his way with my opening and ending. I'm not gonna. That's fucking retarded.
Oh yeah, but my pedophile joke was fuck him in a ball pit, so at least they have fun.
I thought you were gonna say so that you could get the full experience.
Maybe do it down the slide.
That is pretty dark. There's this video I saw. It's from a CSI.
Should I do that bit tonight on stage?
Yeah, do it. No, because here's why. I would like your opinion on this.
Okay.
Guys from your era, there's. I feel like I'm in kind of the freshman class of comedy, you know. And you're from right before
junior
that.
Or senior? No,
yeah,
I would say I'm a junior and they're seniors.
Right.
There's people above me.
And so I think. Whereas before, just the thing you said about where it's if you're bombing, might as well go further into it, right?
That's when you know you have stage presence.
But that's along the same idea as I'm at an open mic. This is not about my performance. This is about practicing the jokes for when I get a book show.
Yeah.
I think my class of guys is I'm filming every single one of these to try and get a clip. This is my book show right here if there's more than 10 people watching.
Yeah. My class of guys is record your set and then you're supposed to listen to it on the way home and then we never hear it again. I have 17
I have so many questions to ask you.
I never fucking played again.
This is such a good dynamic, bro. It's two different sides of it because social media wasn't nearly as important.
If I go get another beer and get you one, are you going to go completely off the rails? Because at 2 you're
No, but I probably will have to stop till we get to the mic after this.
Okay.
Hold me to that.
You can do one more?
Yeah, for sure. I would love one more. But my question is basically do you think that's good or bad? That because people don't, it's making them try harder at open mics, which probably makes you better, right? But in also a way, it makes people take less risks.
So the best advice I ever received in comedy when I was new It was from Glendon McGee. Shout out Glendon McGee. Glendon McGee gave me the best advice. He said, whether you're performing for 3 people or 300 people, do the exact same shit. Don't ever say, oh, there's 3 people here, fuck this, I'm not even going to try. Do the same act you would do at Tempe Improv that you would do for the 3 drunk people in the back of the bar that aren't even paying attention. No, absolutely. Because then, if you can make those 3 people laugh, when you get to the improv, you murder.
So that's just finding out which jokes works for sure. If it's in front of 3 people and that works, you're like, that's for sure gonna work.
Then you go to the improv and it's packed, you fucking slay.
Dude, I don't even think most of the guys from my era are like this. It's such a problem in my life.
Okay.
I can't get into it. I can't do comedy in front of 3 people. It's harder for me. And it should be, right? But I don't think most people who aren't comedians don't get that.
But that's like turning up the volume or turning up the difficulty on a fucking video game.
But people don't get that. They think that would be easier because it's less pressure. It's not in front of a huge group of people.
No, it's 100 times harder because and this was also me and Glendon's conversation while we were talking about that, is you'll go to like the improv and it'll be sold out, like doing New Faces or something like that, and they're laughing at the setups. You're like, I haven't even got to the joke yet, bitch. Like, it's so easy.
John Mulaney shit.
It's so easy. Yeah, you're like, that's not even the joke yet. Like, it's fucking... But the hard part of comedy is those 3 fucking people, they've all talking amongst each other, and you're like, hey, I need to figure out how to get their attention. And when you can do that, you can go anywhere after that. That's the fucking best advice I've ever gotten.
So maybe I'm kind of a pussy for that, because I'm just... Dude, it's really, really hard for me to not make it about myself and like be like, I'm about to go on stage, bro. Is that just because I'm 2 years in?
Then I want to know your mindset is to like... Are you just get on stage then if there's 3 people? And
I want to be best friends with Shane Gillis. I want to secretly be hooking out with Tim Dillon 4 spots.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't really need to.
You're already getting there 2 years in. You made a lot more progress at 2 years in than a lot of comics I've seen.
Thank you, Mike.
But what I'm saying is fucking... like, what's your mindset then when you're performing for 3 people that aren't paying attention?
I hate this. I don't want to do this. I wish that I could leave without it being rude.
So are you just going to do, like, material? Like, you're just going to fucking...
No, it feels stupid. Like, it doesn't feel like it's about me. That's why I do this, is because I love the feeling of making people laugh. It's hard to make people laugh.
Yes.
And the feeling of being up there, I wanted to be an NFL player, a rock star, a rapper. I wanted to be something that was just like me, I'm the star.
Yeah.
And when it's not like that, it fucking kills me.
Yeah, and I might be quoting Rogan on accident, but like there's no better feeling than killing, and you get off stage and you have like this euphoria.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's nothing that matches that ever. And then bombing is the 100% opposite of that, where you're like, I want to go home and put a fucking gun in my mouth right now.
I drank an entire bottle of Jack.
Yeah.
After being drunk at a mic where I bombed.
But then, like, I'll give you hope, because David Case taught me this after like 5-6 years or wherever the fuck I'm at, is now you can go bomb and you know you're bombing and you don't even care because you've had so many good sets.
I have that now.
So you have so many good sets. Before that, you're like, I know I'm good.
I just
and this is going. There you go. And it's not going well, but that's just this one mic. That this doesn't matter. This doesn't define my comedy career. This isn't who I am as a whole as a comedian. This is just one bad set. I'm gonna fucking do my 5. I'm gonna fucking, God, if you've ever been there, praying for the light.
when you're like,
sitting there going, where is the fucking light?
That's rough.
Yeah, you're like, what am I at, 2.5 minutes? Fuck!
I just got to that point about 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. Maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
It takes time.
Before you got to that point, did it make you cry?
No,
what
I would do, because there used to be, before COVID fucked everything up, there was 3 mics a night, every night. So if I had a bad set at mic 1 or 2, I'd just fucking get in my car as soon as I got off stage and drive to the next mic.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
I'd have a good set the next fucking thing. So it motivated me to fucking get in my car and be like, where's the next mic at? I don't care if I'm fucking 25th on the list. Put me on stage again. I need to fucking make this up to myself. And if that didn't work, you go to the fucking third show and you word shit a little different. You fucking put more energy into it. You do whatever, but you fucking don't stop. I remember being in the car with Celia, and I was like, she went like 5 spots after me, and I'm sitting there just tapping my foot because I had a bad set. And as soon as she got off stage, I was like, I'll pay your fucking tab. We need to go right now because I need to go do that again because that sucked.
Yeah.
And so, we had fucking. You know you're on camera?
I was getting really bored of your story, so I had to do something.
Do I need to cut that?
No, dude, that's the pod.
Okay. I was just like, do I have to wait? What minute marker is this? We're at fucking...
Leave it in.
Oh, leave it in.
This is a utensil used to shape clay. Go ahead.
Oh, my God. I did have a podcast where
I didn't. I was joking. Please finish your story.
No,
I wasn't actually saying...
No, that was the story.
Okay.
I fucking pulled her off stage. I was like, we need to go do this again because I had a bad set. And I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight until I fucking have a good one.
Yeah.
But that's how it was back when I started. And the best thing that my, we were talking about comedy mentors and shit. The best thing my like comedy mentor ever did for me, who was Tristan would cross people off the list and write his name, the spot before mine, every night when I was 6 months in. So Tristan's a murderer already. At that point, he's 20. He's murdering almost every stage he hits him. And then I'm 6 months in. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Tristan would go right before me, crush, and hand me the mic and go, follow that bitch. And trust me, because of that, I learned how to follow that. Never got as good as him, but I could at least get to the point a year in where I could hold and actually, keep the momentum going.
Was that at open mics?
Yeah, open mics. We had Catalina's, we had High Side, we had fucking... Devils was still around back then. We had a bunch of mics back then that were really good spots to perform.
I've never met this guy, Tristan. I hear about him all the time. I want to start beef with him.
Don't.
I want that to be my thing. It's
okay.
Because every other comic here sucks his dick. What's so fucking great about this?
How about you do it and I stay neutral like Switzerland on this fucking shit?
I like that. That makes me look
You
tough.
can do it. But yeah, you can try to do it. If he messages me, I'll be like, I don't know what the fuck that dude's doing.
I don't like him. I don't think he's that funny. I'm just kidding. I have no idea who he is. That's kind of cool that I'm saying that because I do to a degree, and I'm gonna start telling people I don't know who that is.
Okay, I think he's gonna be here next month, and you can start beef with him, but I'm gonna be like, hey, go sign up right before him because he can bump people. He's, that level.
I'll say something about it.
But I was like, go bump Joey, go kill, and then let's see how Joey does afterwards.
Tell him to do it, bro.
I will.
Please don't tell him to. Actually, tell him to do it. I don't care.
You're saying it publicly on a podcast.
I don't care, even, because that's the pod.
You can have one more beer before you're fucking...
Yes, but, and don't get mad. I have to take a piss.
Oh my God, this is the... Okay.
I have a prostate
Number
condition.
3. Derek can come on the podcast. I like Derek.
That'd be great.
McDonald, right?
Yeah, McDonald. Everybody thinks it's McDonald's because it's McDonald, but everybody thinks it's McDonald's because Oh, Derek, what's up?
You stupid fuck.
Hey, I'm sitting here with Mike. We're doing the podcast, but we're not recording right now. Actually, can you start recording right now? Can you just?
Do we want to record right now?
Yes, start recording right now.
Okay.
Derek,
and we're back.
Derek, you're on. You're on
number 4. God, your bladder's tiny.
Whoa!
You're on the Burning Bridges podcast.
Who the fuck is calling me right now, dude?
Derek, last week, you know how I
this number is saved as Joey TS, which I'm imagining the TS stands for transsexual.
Probably.
If you're needing like the suicide hotline, you've called the wrong guy.
No, I'm actually needing another hotline. So you remember how like the show?
You can sell those pogs. Those little homemade pogs you made?
That's Dustin.
Okay.
Derek, I was gonna ask. So you know how like the mic you run, like I kind of gave it to you.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm doing fantastic.
Hey, welcome to the podcast.
And then last week,
Great for asking me.
This is Mike Mees and Joey I can't pronounce his name right now.
And remember how, like, last time I asked you on the mic that I, like, gave you the hosting spot for if I could go top 10 and you couldn't make it happen? I was wondering if this week that could happen for me and Mike Mees.
Started to cut out.
In the asking for shit part?
Yeah, I honestly don't know what part. To be honest, I've been tuning him out. I just smoked a fat. I just did a fucking blinker, and I got T Grizzly blasting in my car right now, and I really have no idea what you want right now, Joey.
Congratulations, you're the first guest on our podcast.
Are you trying to be cool right now? Is this your attempt to be cool?
Derek, when did Wendy's release the blinker? What is that?
I have no idea.
Does it have bacon in it?
You said a full blinker, and it sounded like it happened pretty quick. I'm guessing that was a sandwich.
I heard it on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know.
No, I just sound black. I'm not really.
We gotta go. I was wondering.
Sure.
I was wondering if Mike and I could go in the top 5 at Bullshooters tonight, please, and I'll give you a little treat.
He'll suck your dick.
I'm not even there. I actually, guys, big time comedian. I got a show at a coffee bar tonight.
I think I don't know what happened there, but the phone died. And so shout out Roast Battle League. They won't put me on it. They're scared. But
you know David, right?
Kays?
David Kays.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm close with him. I like David Kays a lot.
I want to know what David Kays would think we should call our podcast, because we're trying to come up with names before we wrap this episode up. So I want to know what Kays thinks.
So you're gonna call him?
Because Kays helped me with my first show.
Are you gonna call him?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to call David Kays. If he doesn't answer, I'm calling Tristan. Because we need outside opinion for a name for this shit. And then we're still going... Oh, Tristan's online. I'm calling Tristan. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
What?
Oh, shit. This is the Tristan?
The Tristan.
Dude, don't put me in it.
Let's see if he answers. Wait for it. He's probably doing a spot at, like, the Comedy Cellar or some important shit.
Probably doesn't have your number anymore.
No, he doesn't. I'm just calling him on Instagram. We'll see if he answers.
Damn.
This is really bad content if he doesn't answer.
You guys were friends in the 90s?
Yeah, something like that.
He probably doesn't have...
He has a more successful podcast than ours called, it was called The Final Stop. What's it called now? I don't know the new name of his podcast.
Oh, who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Is that Aldo Campagna and Andrew Orleano?
That was, it used to be Chudier and, it used to be Chudier and Andrew, and then somebody else took over. See if Kays answers.
Oh, I miss him so much. I hope he answers.
God damn it. Come on, Kays.
I don't think it rings if that's Instagram.
It doesn't ring?
No. It's annoying.
It is annoying. Let's see whose number I have.
I was going to call Chris Herb and beg him for us to have a spot, because sign up is almost soon.
Oh, yeah, call Chris Herb.
Let me double check the website. phxcomedyopenmics.com if you want to
Phoenix
support.
Comedy Open Mic.
Actually, it's phxcomedyopenmics.com since I check it every day because I'm pretty active in the community. But you can go there and find the list of open mics that are happening every day throughout the week and come support us.
Please sign up and bomb. We'd love to see it.
Don't do that. There are far too many comedians as it is.
Don't take our spots.
In fact, don't come if you're going to do that. Bullshooters is a 6 o'clock sign up. Fucking A. Hold on.
It's 6 o'clock.
Yeah. The show's not till 7.
Oh, we can make it. Like I said, we got to wrap up in like 10 minutes anyway, so.
Is this too far where I'm holding this?
I don't.
What's up, man?
Yo, Chris, you're on the Burning Bridges podcast.
You're not supposed to give away the name yet.
And Joey Capuana. Why did you say black people can't do your show?
Gonna have to get a rain check.
Okay, I was wondering if we can get on the list a little bit early today.
Joey's calling in favors.
No, it's not a chance.
Word. Thanks, bro.
You're showing how unpopular we actually are.
Wait, what is going on? Is this actually a podcast?
You're on a podcast.
God, you guys are gay.
We were talking about you earlier, and I was saying Chris Herb is like, it pisses me off because he's such a good comedian, but he's not a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like when I started,
he's definitely the better Chris.
I don't even know about that. But when I started doing comedy, I was listening to podcasts like Legion of Skanks, and I was like, oh, everybody's going to be a degenerate like me. But you're like a real estate agent with a house and a hot wife.
No, ask Chris about the one podcast he had that pissed off half of the Phoenix comedy scene.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Couldn't be worse than Juneteenth at Bullshooters. But thank you, Chris.
Still normal person. Yep.
All right, I love you. We'll see you there.
Hey, do you have any comments on the female comedy scene?
Shut up.
Zero chance he'd ever talk shit about one of them, dude.
Oh, no, he did. It was called the Coconut Cucks or something like that.
It's Game of Thrones for Chris, except it's Game of Booster Seats.
Everybody got mad at him.
All right, Chris, love you. Bye.
Bye.
He's like, no comment. He got no.
He didn't like that. He didn't like that. I know. Wait, what happened? What are you talking about?
Maybe he said no, him. I think it was Andrew Chudier and Chris had a podcast where they said they wouldn't fuck any of the female comics and they're all unfuckable and they're not funny.
I've never heard a dumber thing in my fucking life. I'll list them in order right now.
Oh. This is a good way to wrap up a show.
Number 1, Melody Morris. Number 2, Anna Mesa. Number 3, Jess Neighbors. Number 4, Rosalie. I can't remember her last name. I think she just goes by Rosalie. Is it Rosalie Rosal?
Okay.
I know
what you're talking about.
5. Oh my God, there's no way I'm out. Taco?
Taco's 5? I shouldn't say that.
There's got to be somebody I'm thinking of.
I shouldn't say that.
Not 5 years old. She'd be 5 on the list.
No, I meant 5 on your list.
Who are we forgetting, bro?
God, who's hot? I would purposely try to make it bad.
Celia Contreras? No.
Celia's first.
Celia, if I was going to get to
number 1.
meet Tony and actually get to do a spot.
Yeah, she's number 1 for the rep.
Okay, 5.
So, no, she's 1.
Okay.
For the rep.
Okay, then Melanie Morris.
Who do I need to fuck to get booked? Kayla Howard. Number 2. I'm trying to get booked here. Let's see. Lola Hernandez.
I love her, but yeah,
I feel like she'd stab me.
Out of fucking control.
I feel like she'd stab me halfway through.
Patrick and Royce.
That's okay.
You guys can say hi on the pod. Hi. You guys come to Barstool with us?
You have a ride to Barstool?
I think so, but not back.
It's the giant tank outside.
We'll talk about it later. Thanks, buddy.
3, Lola Hernandez. Who else is getting booked a lot?
I don't know.
There used to be this little Jewish girl with glasses.
Oh.
Savannah?
No, Megan something.
No, not Megan Brooks. Sorry, Megan. I didn't mean that. No, like... I think it was Savannah Hernandez.
No, this is not interesting for anybody. Actually, anybody who's looking.
Anybody local thinks this is funny. I'm shouting out their fucking Instagrams and Facebooks. I'm giving them reputation.
I won't say which one, but I sent one of them a message because they posted a sexy Instagram picture story, and I said, "God damn, miss ya." I was like drunk at 3 a.m, and she responded.
Never go well.
She responded an hour later with "miss ya!" 3 exclamation marks.
Oh, and number 5, probably Alice, so I can get on Burnout. I'm just trying to get booked.
I'd let her strap on fuck me. You know that's for sure what she would choose.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend's been trying to do it for a while. Oh, do we have? We need to wrap up. Do we have a 4th name or 5th name? Let's go through the names real quick. Let's recap.
Okay.
We've been drinking. That should be the name. We've been drinking.
That's already been done. So there was Burn Bridges.
Me and Mees first.
The
World.
That's kind of like the Adam Friedland show because it's like the joke is Nick Mullen's the better comic, but he's not in the title.
Join My Kick Babies.
We're not putting that as an option.
That's an option. Just put it. I bet you that one wins too.
Okay.
I bet you it wins.
We only have 3 right now, right?
No, we had a fourth one. That's what I'm saying. We should have wrote this down.
We should have wrote this down.
You
I thought
need
it would
to
be
be more prepared.
easier.
You said something about us fucking you being young and me.
Do worse.
Oh, do worse comedy?
So we have 3 then.
No, that's 4.
Okay, we have 4.
Joey can't count.
Well, I don't know if I was counting the Kicking the Babies one.
That's a great one.
If Phoenix comedians are funny, they'll vote for that. Mees, before we go, I want to give you, I'm an artist, for anybody who doesn't know, and I would like to give you this magnet that I made myself.
Oh, that's so nice.
Because you're a trippy, pretty cool guy. Really, really just an awesome thing like that magnet. You have a microphone tattoo that says stand up.
Yeah.
Give it back. That's crazy that you have that.
That's why I got it, because it's so dumb.
Please
Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay,
dude.
let's run down the list here. It says stand up, right?
Yeah.
And then that's my wedding date. And that's my wife's initials and my initials.
This looks like my grandma's fridge.
It's like a totem pole of dumb tattoos. Hey, you want to? We should end the episode with this. You want to see what's on my ass?
Dude, you let Celia Contreras steal your car, and then you got a microphone tattoo. Of course you got divorced.
Do you want to see something worse?
Yes.
I'll end the episode on this. This
Okay,
one's
I'm
tattooed on my
getting
ass.
out of the way.
I gotta face it away from the camera, so.
You got a great ass, Mike.
Thank you. Look at this. Is what's tattooed on my ass.
Oh my God! It's not. I don't know if the
Describe
camera's
to the
getting
people.
it.
Get banned on YouTube.
I think you could show that. You've got a demon that is coming out of a coffin that's coming out of the black symbol, blacks.com.
Yeah.
And there's also, he's got a big gross hoof real close to your asshole. And when you pull your pants down to do that way, Jesus is right next to that.
Yes.
That's incredible.
And I got that tattoo because when I was 17, somebody in a house with a fucking tattoo gun tattooed my first girlfriend's name across my ass, and I had to get it covered.
Wow. Dude, you're so much fucking cooler than me. Like the thing I was saying about Chris Herb, it's like, yeah, but he's not all fucked up like you're supposed to be. Bro, I love that. This dynamic is so good for a podcast.
This was a great episode. I had a lot of fun. We have to go pretend like we can still speak coherent sentences and perform tonight. We'll be doing at least 2 spots. You won't see this till tomorrow, so there's no reason to tell you where we are. But usually on Tuesdays we'll probably be at a combination of Bullshooters and Barstool Sports in Scottsdale, Arizona. I've been Mike Mees. This has been a lot of fun, Joey.
This is awesome. I can't wait to do this more. Joey Capuana on Instagram. Spell it correctly. And come to Barstool if you're hot. Go to Bullshooters if you're mids. Bye.
Bye, and don't follow me.
Dude.